Yo, what's going on? What is up? How you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? We got Hey, Bishop, Jace, Swizzy, Leader. Make sure you guys drop a like to help the stream and the channel. Hey Fan says, hey people, I'm not even playing 2k25 anymore. I'm playing SmackDown 2. What are you playing on SmackDown 2? What do you got going on SmackDown 2? Yeah, Bishop, I saw the episode that Super Saiyan put into the Discord. I thought it was funny. Did you really do an interview with him? So I wanted to open up the stream before we get into any kind of gameplay or going through the menus of 2k25 and getting into some matches. I wanted to talk about the new update that they put out today, which is all about Alexa Bliss and her being in my faction. We already knew that she was in my faction, but they said in case you missed it, you can unlock Alexa Bliss 25 by collecting Ruby Fiend, Solo Sikoa, Karrion Kross, or Amethyst Kane 08 and Undertaker 98 Ministry. For your information, you need to collect all cards listed above to unlock Alexa Bliss. This that you see on your screen right now is Alexa Bliss, and I'm sitting here looking at this update as one of those things that we could have had character updates before in the past. Clearly they're doing it now with my faction, but the funniest part about all of this is that they want you to rip. It's all about the rip, man. So let's go over to, let me see, where's it at? It's in the live events. I know it is. So when you go to the live events, where is she? Hold on. 1 second. Is it just part of the collection? I don't see her in the live event, so how is it that you get her exactly? So you just have to complete that collection and that's it? That's all it takes? That's awesome. You got to meet Penta on Sunday. It was a free meet and greet. That is awesome. Exhibition matches. Just started doing my events because pay-per-view mode only works with SmackDown Arena, so I'm doing it in exhibition mode. Got a lot of stuff unlocked through season mode already. That's what's up. What up, Jesse? But it's funny that you're going back to play SmackDown 2 specifically. That is one of the more bare-bone WWE experiences. And I have that game, and I like that game. But you're just playing because of the nostalgia filter. There is nothing in that game you can't do in the modern game. But I get it, man. It feels nostalgic. You're going back. You're playing a classic. You can go backstage. You're unlocking stuff. There's motivation. That's the key difference. There's motivation. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this update here. Let me pull it up on the screen. Alexa Bliss is not showing up. Am I missing something? Exactly. Telling us about the Persona card we already knew. Guys, we got 7 likes, 13 away from 20. Don't forget. Don't forget. The gameplay is very arcadey. You couldn't find her in either. Is it glitched? She's a collector's reward. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, so let's go to the collection. Bum, bum, bum. Is it here? I believe. Okay, here she is. So this is the Alexa Bliss they're talking about. 86 overall amethyst. She has a few solid badges here. As you see, you got always see it coming. You gain a special when you reverse an opponent's attack. That's cool. You got Anaconda, increases the power of your submission. You got B Repellent, reduces the damage caused by light and heavy attacks by 33%. And you got Second Wind, gain quick recovery after taking severe damage. Because Rage is not even all that great. And then you got one payback with Resiliency. But wait, she's part of the Sinister Pack. This ain't even it, actually, I don't think. Oh, yeah, you gotta get these canes. What up, GTS? She's part of the Sinister Pack. Yes, 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 I see. I get it now. So, alright. So she's just part of the pack. So it's rip or nothing. The Fiend. This is the Fiend you gotta get. Solo Sikoa. This is Solo Sikoa. Karrion Kross. And that's it. Or you could just pull these two. That's dirty, man. That's dirty. It's not even a live event. It's literally tied to ripping the pack. That shit is literally tied to ripping the pack. Can you believe that? Insane. Insane. I didn't even know it was like that. Otherwise, I would have made a rant video today. I guess we know what video we're doing tomorrow. I guess we know what video we're doing tomorrow. Spoiler alert, we got another rant incoming tomorrow, man. These rants are getting hotter and hotter. We got another... I'm going to save that one for tomorrow, but I guess we could talk about it right here. Gone fishing, man. What's going on? I'm just here chilling, about to play some 2K myself, but I was having this conversation with my boy. Look, guys. The biggest problem with WWE 2k25 and just the WWE 2K series is that if you look at the game, there is just so much. There really is so much. And we're going to take a step back right now. Let's take a step back right now real quick. Literally and figuratively. But let's take a step back right now and look at this home screen. So I want to use the example of what Hey Fan just said in the chat. He said, I'm not playing 2K25 right now. I'm playing SmackDown 2. And he's having fun doing that. And there's a lot of people that are playing some of the older games. You guys know that I'm collecting and trying to achieve the collection of having most of the older games that I want. But when you look at the older games and you're comparing those titles, even the ones that you consider the best, I've gone back to play them all. Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000. I have some of the worst ones that people consider, which is WrestleMania 21, Raw 1. You know, I have experience within the last several months that I've been buying them and I've been finding them and I've been checking them out. I've noticed that the glaring issue with the game is that there is just too much. There's a whole lot of nothing going on here, and that is a massive problem with development in the little time that they have. Something as simple as my boy telling me, yo, Lex, I went back and I played SmackDown versus Raw 06 and I was doing career mode and the characters had voiceovers. John Cena did his voiceover. Rey Mysterio, so many other superstars had the voiceover done. Why don't the games have that now? Well, some superstars do have voiceovers in the game for My Rise, but it's not that many. It's very linear. And the replay value is very different from the replay value that was available back then with those games. And I gotta be honest, it's just, look. What up, Tom? We have a lot of matches, which back then, those games had a lot of matches too. If there was one thing those games, especially like the ones at the top, the peak of the mountain, those games had a lot. But if you look around, there's a good amount of matches, good amount of stipulation, customization for those matches. You got My Faction, which, love it or hate it, it's there. It's a digital card collecting experience, which is available in every sports title. You got Universe, which is the sandbox, and even though this year they've been really emphasizing on updating, tweaking, and keeping that going, I gotta spend more time on it. I haven't played My Rise. I haven't played My GM. I haven't finished Showcase. I played a lot of The Island. I played a lot online. I've been doing a lot of the LWF stuff. I've been doing a lot of creations. Okay, so the Creation Suite, this is something that wasn't even close to being available back in the SmackDown series. They brought it into the SmackDown versus Raw and they expanded on it. That series had, a solid Creation Suite. But the more they've added to the Creation Suite, the buggier the game has gotten. And then, of course, you have all these other options now, which is pretty alright. Now, my game time on 2K25 is scattered. I've played it on PlayStation. I've played it on Xbox. I've played a lot of multiplayer online, which leads to almost nothing because it's been pointless matches with the league in terms of like private matches. I haven't really been grinding ranked. And I was playing Here Comes the Pain not that long ago with my old TNA 2003 call save. That game is still a blast. Those games still are a blast, but all those games had the bare minimum and they expanded on just like one or two modes and that's it. And that's the point I'm trying to make. When you look at these modern games that 2K is making, and I don't even know if I'm trying to justify them or I'm just trying, like, they just have a lot. This is like multiple wrestling games into one. Like, if you look at this game, they could split this into two different games. They could make a PlayStation exclusive and they could make an Xbox exclusive. And I don't want to give them any ideas, but they could literally do that like back in the day with the Raw and SmackDown games and some of the GameCube and N64 and like some of those games that they did back in the day for Nintendo as well. And you could literally put like My Rise on one platform exclusively. You could put Showcase on the other. You could, the island and like they could literally just make 2 different games. And if the marketing was good enough for those 2 different games, you would be like, oh wow, I gotta collect it all. I gotta get the PlayStation one. I gotta get the Xbox. I wish they made one big giant wrestling game with everything involved. And that's kind of like what we wanted back then, because not everyone got to play the game on every console that it was ever available when it was exclusive. And it had exclusive characters, it had exclusive arenas, it had exclusive game modes, and that was an actual like phase. So are we better off now with all this? Exactly, hey fan. They're trying to appeal to everybody. And I think that the biggest thing is that the game 2K25 launched really good for me, because I said that 2K25, all it needed was a better online, and I was good to go. They gave us a better online, and I was good to go. But why do you see me ranting and, overanalyzing and going into these conversations? It's because the way the game has been handled since launch, while they've updated the crap out of Universe, because Universe has gotten so much love, right? I can't deny that. I feel like the other stuff that I wanted has been overshadowed and gotten worse. The more things they fix, the more things break. Exactly. And then like last year, I'm hearing people saying that they would want to go back to 2K24 for the created stuff. Isn't that crazy? How could someone say that they want to go back for the creations of 2K24 like that? And I get it. I get it. So I was one that really wanted a card collecting mode, and I wish I didn't say that in my 2K22 videos. Like, people were like, oh, what is something that you really want, or something you really want to see in a wrestling game? I got asked that question when they were making 2K22. Before we got that game, I got asked that so much, and I answered it all the time. At the top of my list was that I wanted a fantasy mode where you collect wrestlers and build your own teams. And build your own card collection. Oh man. And now it's like, no, I don't wish that anymore, because we got it and it's been so freaking garbage. And the rewards have been better. The rewards have made it better, but for me personally, getting into like the world tour and that whole extra grind doesn't, like, I still got the other stuff I gotta play. So yeah, exactly. Remember the superstars? You downloaded them, you had to add the hair to it because they put a patch out that deleted the double hairs. And now that's up to the creator though, leader. We can't even get mad about that, because that was a glitch to begin with. It was just a glitch that we were enjoying. But World Tour is fun. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad you guys that have told me that you've enjoyed World Tour and My Faction. I'm glad you have. I haven't played it that much. Now, leader, you were asking me about playing My Rise. I do gotta play My Rise. I said I was gonna play it this year for sure, especially with the storyline that they did with the takeover. I gotta do more My Rise stuff. I gotta do Universe stuff. I've been doing a lot of LWF, and that's kind of like the reason why I haven't brought it back just yet, because I was forced out of my workspace for a little bit. And now that I got everything up and running fixed, I'm like, do I really want to rush back into LWF? Like, how many? I did a recount on Discord to make sure how many people we had still in the league, and we have a good amount active. So we're going to get that going again, but I don't know if I want to do it on this channel anymore. If you look at the last couple videos that I've released, the last couple videos have been doing really well because they're not LWF stuff. LWF doesn't really do well here. Let's Wrestle Forever is not really doing too hot. So I might have to move it over to a different channel. I wanted to do it on Twitch, right? Because I have the Twitch brand over there with LexxExpress. But people said that Twitch got too many ads and they don't really like Twitch. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in the middle right now on whether I want to really create another channel from scratch or just do it on Twitch. I'm caught in a pickle here. You did the grind for CM Punk 10 and World Tour. After that, I'm good. This Fire Burns song and his motto, I'm set. That's one thing that I do gotta give them praise for. I like that through my faction, if there's any motivation that we could possibly see and get, is the theme songs and the new characters and some of the nostalgic characters. I do like that. I do like that. So let me see. I'm over here on their Twitter page. Here on their Twitter page, and I'm trying to see if there's anything here that we could see. Oh, I do want to show this guy too, the John Cena, because I didn't put him in video. Let me this is a John Cena that they got available now in my faction as well. So you guys saw we got the Alexa Bliss here. And then look at the John Cena got the Black Tron. And I believe this is the shirt that he wore in Brussels or something like that. Now I think it's funny that we got this John Cena because yeah, it is Brussels. Like, what's the John Cena we're gonna get with the paid for WrestleMania 41 pack? It's gonna be the one with the same Black Tron and the Las Vegas shirt. Remember, yeah, needing to unlock Big Papa Pump, that was rough. Hey, nothing you can say. What up, Joel? I'm doing all right. How about you, Joel? Twitch is the WWE for platforms. Too many ads? Yeah. Yeah, the clickbait Cena. The clickbait Cena. So, I don't know if I feel like that WrestleMania pack with the night 1 and night 2. Do you guys think that we're getting our value with that pack? Let me look it up on here on Xbox. Let's look it up in the store. Like they already gave us the updated John Cena in my faction, and then they're gonna give us the other one. Hold on, let me go to the store here. By the way, hold on, I do want to talk about this one real quick. By the way, I've been streaming on the other channel, collecting games, Mind's Eye. I've been playing Mind's Eye on the other channel. It's glitchy with the images and stuff, but the game is really fun. If you guys haven't seen the gameplay on the other channel, check it out. But let me see. I'm going to look up right now at the store. What up, gamer man? You were known as Coach. I remember you, Coach. How you been? The Cena in the Mania pack needs a... You know, that seems like a quick clickbait question. He does. Alright, so let me see where the pack is. Hold on. How about this bonus pack? This bonus pack was the biggest pile of trash. I mean... it's cool that we get the extra manager, or but can we just be on? All right, where's the WrestleMania pack? So the WrestleMania pack doesn't exist. It's the Bloodline edition. Which the Bloodline Edition is $10. Wait, does this have the WrestleMania? I don't think they're selling it right now. No, this is just for the Bloodline content. They split it. They split it. They literally split it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They really split it. I want a K-Quick persona. We ain't getting that. Lex, that Taker pack is a clickbait pack. I think they should be ashamed. You're right. They're gonna do the Oh my god, I just noticed it. Yeah, they're gonna do the WrestleMania pack separate. It's not even like up here. They split it from the Bloodline. It's gonna end up being like $10. Because last year the WrestleMania pack was $20. And the funny thing is that the season pass doesn't even include it. Yo, man, we gotta laugh. We gotta laugh. This is funny. We gotta laugh because this is the shit that we're doing. This is what we're putting up with. 2K, they want the money. They don't want people to feel forced to get the Bloodline pack, which is $10. And what did we get in this Bloodline pack? I mean, I don't even know why I ended up getting this Bloodline one, actually. Let me see. Oh, yeah, because you get the island stuff. You got, like, the shirt and the glasses, and then you get some My Faction stuff. You get the island cosmetics. Yeah, I remember now. What up, Arius? They did that. No, but the WrestleMania pack was actually still, because I saw it on PlayStation. Look, I'm going to pull it up because I have the link right here. I just recently saw it. So over on the PlayStation site, it was like $20 for the the WrestleMania 40 pack. Hold on, let me see if I find it here again. Here, I already got it. I pulled it up because I had used it for a video. Oh my goodness. This is awesome, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. All right. Let me make sure y'all can see it. All right, so here it is. Here it is. So this is on the PlayStation page. They didn't split it. It was WWE 2k25, 40 years of WrestleMania. You can see it right there for $20. When you scroll down to the game info, right, the detail. Enjoy 40 years of WrestleMania pack featuring the arena, Gold My Faction cards, and alternate WrestleMania attires for Triple H, Rhea Ripley, Macho King, Randy Savage, Charlotte Flair, and Rey Mysterio. The 40 years of WrestleMania bonus pack is already included with the WrestleMania edition. They didn't split it last year. It was $20. So this year it'll probably be it'll end up being $10 this year. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen this year. This is what I was talking about. All the goofy stuff 2K does. It's okay to joke about it, though, but damn. It broke. Yeah, the gold My Faction stuff. Imagine. How hyped are you when you get a gold My Faction card? If you know anything about My Faction, you know that is a load of crap. You know that is absolutely nothing. Clickbait. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I want you guys to be honest with me, though. Be honest with me, chat. We're here talking about it. Be honest with me. Be honest with me, okay? Is it really... Is it that time to start considering that less is more? Listen to the question. Is less more? Is it time for us to analyze the situation, start considering that? What do I mean? All right, I'm not going to show you gameplay. I'm not going to show you like direct gameplay, but I'm going to get some of my physical copies. I'm going to get some of my physical copies of the wrestling games that I have so we could, you know, go down memory lane and of course go over the situation. We'll do that. All right, I'm here. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let me just set up the games here. We'll start off with PlayStation. Let me organize the games here real quick. So I got Xbox with Xbox, PlayStation 2 with PlayStation 2, 360 with 360. And then I'll have like all the modern games together, all the same. I'll organize this back later. All right. Okay, so about Wesley, I could not look it up because it is not appropriate, but he definitely probably just ruined his career. What happened with Wesley, though? Yeah. No, Sammy. The people that got the Bloodline Edition, I'm sorry if I didn't know you were that you wrote about that. Let me look it up. So the Bloodline Edition, remember they said that you had to buy the Bloodline Edition of the game. They made it an add-on, bro. Like they made it a whole separate thing. So look, let me show you. Hold on. So the Bloodline Edition, like if you bought the Bloodline Edition, which is on sale right now, it's the one that costs $130. What I was looking at was the pack. This is the one that comes with the WrestleMania 41 pack, which that pack is part of this edition only until the pack comes out. You know that they're going to end up dropping it for like $10. That's what it looks like. So what they did was split it. You can't get the WrestleMania pack anymore unless you buy the pack when they release it. What up, Gato? Of course. How much longer does WWE, does 2K have the license for? I'm not sure, but the games have been doing really well for them, so. I meant to say the video is very inappropriate. Oh, the video. Well, we'll see, man. Paige never got fired, and she had a super inappropriate video. Xavier Woods had one, too, and he's still working there. It all depends of the context and how it got out and all that. So, Hey Fan says, yes, they can concentrate on less features and more and make them better. Less is more. You hear that, WWE? No more ads. Well, the island for me doesn't work well. Not sure if it's my internet or what, but it lags every 2 steps. I'll check it out to see if it's working better now. Yeah, Kiwi, you don't have to, like, it. Context is key. It depends how the video got leaked. Did he put it out on an OnlyFans page? Is he trying to make money off of it? Or is somebody put it out there to try to, like, ruin his career? Did someone hack his phone? Did someone, you gotta, the situation needs to be assessed first. Now, you don't have to be and again, Jace, don't feel sorry for asking that question. I'm really glad. GTS says mine messed up as well. That sucks. So, Sammy, I hope your question and concern was answered. All right, so let me show you guys what I mean by less is more. Let's go down memory lane, and I wish I had all the time in the world to go and show you every game, which I will do that. I do want to do the retro streams on here, but we're going to start off with PlayStation 1. And we're going to start off with the game that I just recently picked up. I still have the sticker on it. I got to clean it. Still got to clean it. But let's take a look at this game right here. I got this for $8 for the collection because it's in perfect condition. It's basically brand new. All right. This is WCW NWO Thunder. WCW NWO Thunder. It comes with the manual, as you see. We got some nice artwork. You got Goldberg inside. Doesn't really smell new, but yeah. This one, $8. Again, this was by THQ. Look at the original THQ logo right there. So I want to read you the back. Look at the back. I'm trying to make sure that the lighting doesn't ruin it. It's kind of blurry. You can't really see it. The lighting is messing it up, but I'm going to read it to you. So look at what they were promoting back then. And this game was, I don't even know from when this game was exactly. I don't know if it says it back here. Let's do a little quick research for our history here. WCW NWO Thunder. And I keep saying that I'm going to, this is from 1998. I keep saying that I'm going to do these retro streams, and I mean it. I mean it. That's part of the reason that I'm buying all these games, because I want to get the authentic experience. So I've been going back in time, basically. So this game is basically promoting the fact that they had 4-wrestler battle royale, steel cage matches, numerous weapons, including some briefcase I see, signature moves, taunts, and finishers. No, and finishes, it says. It's so funny. Game Informer said this was the most complete PlayStation wrestler yet. This only had 1 to 2 players. And look, another feature that they were flexing at that time. Full screen wrestler entrances with theme music. And it had commentary from Thunder announcers Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay. And you want to laugh? Over 60 WCW and NWO superstars, including Goldberg, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Diamond Dallas Page, The Giant, Bret Hart, Conan, Roddy Piper, Kurt Hennig, Saturn, Randy Savage, Chris Jericho, Sting, Raven, and more. Only your imagination can keep you from ruling the world of professional wrestling. This game, it makes me want to put it on right now. This game had close to nothing. And the games that came out around this time had close to nothing. And we had so much fun because it had that, that AKI engine, the Aki, right? And these games were just so good for their time. I would love to have Goldberg in 2K25. This is another THQ title, and I already had this one in the collection. I used to have it back here, and I moved it around. This is the WCW versus the World. Notice I got some WCW games from PlayStation because that was the era that WCW was on fire. Look at this. Hot wrestling action. THQ. You had Sting on the cover. orange disc promoting some other games. Look at what it says back here. Wrestle the world's toughest WCW wrestlers. Control non-stop 3D action in and out of the ring. 15 of your favorite WCW superstars. 60 wrestlers from 6 different organizations. 30 to 40 moves per wrestler. Over 10 hot 3D arenas. 10 arenas! Like, again, these games were from mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Another WCW game, Mayhem. This one was actually not by THQ. This is by Electronic Arts. This is EA. And this one is pretty cool. Out of hand, out of the ring. Over 50 WCW wrestlers, 6 match types, 12 backstage areas, real ring entrances, all TV and pay-per-view venues, and it also had create a wrestler. This one had 1 to 4 players. It wasn't backstage only, no. Look at the ring right here. So I have my PlayStation right down here, ready to hook it up, and I'm getting close. I'm still looking for WWF Attitude, but I have WWF War Zone, which I streamed this one a little bit. I didn't get it for $10. I actually kept the sticker because it's a throwback CD warehouse sticker. But this one, I got it for a little cheaper than $10. Perfect condition, too. Wait, I didn't even show you guys the disc for Mayhem. My fault. Oh, because this one is missing the middle part. But this one had Sting in the Mayhem. I really like how it looks. And look at the Surge Soda. I think I got Mayhem for like $5. But this one, the cool thing about this one that I liked was the graphics. And this was by Acclaim Sports. I'm trying to find some of their early 2000s games. Here you got Stone Cold. This game had like nothing to play except for like a little tournament mode, and that's it. It was like brackets like Mortal Kombat, and you're just fighting for the title. That's it. Would you buy the AAA wrestling game for PS3? I gotta see how it looks. My uncle has WWF Attitude. He will let me play it. It's good, man. I don't have Legends of Wrestling, no. So this one, wait, did I read what this one said? Oh yeah, I read. All right, so I read these 3. So let's read what this one says. What's cool about this game? 4-player action with tag team, tornado, and war modes. Specialized matches including steel cage match. Signature and finishing moves unique to each wrestler. The top superstars in the World Wrestling Federation. Vince McMahon and Jim... This one had good commentary. With Vince McMahon and Jim Ross, it had good commentary. For its time, where commentary was like pieced together by, you know, major gaps in between, it had good commentary. Practice your moves before stepping in the ring. I like that. It had over 300 moves captured maneuvers. So it had captured moves. That was a big deal. But the problem with the captured moves is that each wrestler pretty much shared a lot of the same moves. It also had create and save up to 30 customized wrestlers. This one was 1 of 4 players. So notice from the PlayStation era, this is like I said, late 90s, early 2000s, but late 90s. These are all from the late 90s. Mid to late 90s, I think WWF War Zone was from like 95, 96. These games literally listed what the game had to offer back here. Yeah, I want to get the ECW games because it's by Acclaim. That's why I'm looking for those games. I haven't come across them just yet in person. I know I could order it online, but in person, if I come across it, I'll get it. And online, I'll order it eventually. I'm just not in a rush. But what you read back here is basically what the game had to offer, with the exception of a few things that they missed out. Because this is how they got you to buy the game. Back then, they would put all the things that the game had available. But it wasn't a lot. It really wasn't a lot. So that was PlayStation. We're done with PlayStation. Now we're going to go, let's get Xbox out the way, because I only have 2 games on Xbox. I know a lot of people already know this too, but these games, platinum hits means that it sold a lot of copies. This was WWE Raw. This game was just exhibition fighting, and that's it. And I think it has like create a pay-per-view, but bro, 1 of 4 players, assault opponents on the way to the ring. That was a feature that they had here. The finishing moves were always being promoted. Authentic superstar entrances where it wasn't even all that crazy, but it was better than what it used to be at that time. And then compete in a variety of match types. That's it. Yeah, Raw 2 was way better. I had Raw 2. I still haven't been able to find it recently. I don't have it anymore. But this game, pure nostalgia for me personally, because I had Raw 2. I wanted to get this one. This game, there is like nothing to do here. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of these older games. There just ain't much to do. Like, seriously. It's mostly exhibition, tournaments, brackets, maybe some pay-per-view stuff, and that's it. And if you want to talk about one that came before that was even worse, which this one I just recently got. I got this one. I know you can't see it, but the tag is right here, $10. This one was $9.95. I gotta clean it up, man. Take off these stupid stickers that they put on it. Super annoying. Here, I'll take out... So annoying that they put all these stickers. I gotta clean the case with like alcohol, which I did wipe it down a little bit, but not the stickers. So WrestleMania 21, Become a Legend. John Cena and Randy Orton on the cover. I thought that was cool. I still got my receipt here. Came with the booklet. This one had create your own championship. It had online. This one had online. Oh, dropped it. It had online. Motion captured superstar animations. It had scoreboards. This was only available on Xbox as well. That's it for Xbox. I still got to get Raw 2 on Xbox. So now let's go to PlayStation 2, which is not much either. So this one, I kept it in the case that it came in. This one, I bought it in a bundle. I didn't get it for $10. This was from Blockbuster. It's missing the cover. But this is Backyard Wrestling, the first one they ever did. Backyard Wrestling. This one is totally, purely arcade mayhem in backyards, and it is very, very challenging. I played it a little bit already. Very challenging. Fun, but very challenging. And yes, it's done by Eidos. Or Eidos. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. That game, very challenging, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And then I picked this one up for like $9 or $10. This is SmackDown versus Raw. Perfect shape with the holographic Vince McMahon cover. Also has the manual. This is what I really look for when I'm buying these games. If it has the manual, the artwork. The ones that I really want, it has to have the artwork. So these I got for $10. Well, this one I got for $10. This one I got it for like $4.50. All right. Two Worlds Collide. This is when they were trying to promote the... Look at the back right there. And I don't know if I showed you the back of this one too good, but you can see it right here a little better. All right, so the back of this one, two worlds collide. This one says, all new challenge mode. Go toe-to-toe with Bret Hart, Andre the Giant, and more. This was a challenge mode. Authentic superstar voiceovers and commentary. Create a championship. Create a pay-per-view. There's match tactics. Choose to fight clean and win the crowd, or fight dirty and ignore the rules. It had online. 1 to 6 players. And this one just didn't really have a whole lot. But this one, SmackDown versus Raw 06, this one was better. The fight of your life. Look at the Champ is Here celebration there with John Cena. This one had Unleash the Animal, 619 in the house, the Champ is Here. That's not cool. And then Bury Him. So this one had amazing realism, real life 3D facial scans, and integrated motion capture technology. Bring WWE programming to life like never before. Improved fighting system, enhanced online mode, best season mode ever. Play a season of Raw and a season of SmackDown without story repetition, including superstar specific storylines for the first time ever. Voiceover for your own character. So this one had stories for both shows. It also had a brand new general manager mode. This is when they first did it, where you get to draft your roster, balance out finances, decide the match card, feuds, run the promotion, and more as you grow the brand's fan base. 100 different match types. All new Buried Alive. This one had a bar brawl backstage area. Fulfill your fantasy match, where you can fill the fantasy meter in 3 gratifying ways. Then watch WWE divas try to rip off each other's themed costumes. Nurse, schoolgirl, French maid. Other features: fully customizable 3D locker room, ability to play possum, sleeper hold, submission system, create an entrance, and more. This was definitely more complete. But, you know, even then, guys, the big selling point for this game was GM and season mode. That's the biggest. So this had basically 2 main modes, and everything else was just exhibition matches and like the same tournament style stuff. And then I'm missing like Just Bring It. I'm missing Here Comes the Pain and a few others. So this is my last PlayStation one. This one, unfortunately, I don't know if I showed you the case, but this one I ended up picking up for like $4.50. I got really lucky because this was part of that bundle that I got with SmackDown 2. I got SmackDown 2, Shut Your Mouth, and Backyard Wrestling all in the same bundle for like $15-16. And this one was definitely really good right before Here Comes the Pain. Oh yeah, these games had like almost no women. It was very, very limited with the women's division. And even the roster in general, guys, the roster back then saying that you had 60, 70, 80 superstars was a big deal. Good question, Bray. I'm going through the list of the games here, and then I'm going to talk about what I want to see in 2K25, 26, or whatever. Whole new season of SmackDown. Build your own drama with real WWE storylines. All new draft. Interactive backstage areas. What you gonna do? Same thing. It was a game that really pretty much relied on the general manager and the season mode. That's it. That's all they had back then. It was 2 major modes and a bunch of like surrounding pieces to add to the game. And I don't have, unfortunately, 2007, but I have 2008, and we're on to 360 now. 2008 was really, really good in my opinion. Those season modes were good. but it had a limited lifespan at the end of the day, and you still enjoyed it because I don't know if you played them when they came out, if you were younger, or you've gone back to play them, but you appreciated them in a different way. This one doesn't have the booklet, unfortunately, but I got this one from GameStop with some trading credit that I had racked up. So this one had an all-new submission struggle. ECW invades the game. And then it also had plus new customization options with more out-of-ring action, 100 plus match types, and import music. This is the one that had import music. It had a WWE 24/7 mode to become a legend. All new, I already read that. And then it had 8 unique superstar fighting styles. So this one had fighting styles. And it was still only 2 to 4 players. I know, hey fan, you're talking about the gameplay. My boy, the gameplay for those games, a lot of them were really trash. It was like 1 or 2 buttons for the attacks. It was very arcadey, very different. Was it fun? Yes. Was it really good or better? No, it was clunky and spammy, and it was fun though. That's the word that you gotta really take away from that. It was fun regardless of the overbearing spam fest. And then after 2008, we got 2009. This one had the whole tag team stuff, and this was an awesome deal. This one I got it for like $5, and it came with the Raw anniversary disc and the game and the booklet. No, I understand if you like it better. There's nothing wrong with that. But the gameplay was not better. You like it better. Yeah, this one is the one that you put the Legends of WrestleMania. You put this roster to Legends of WrestleMania. But the big deal about this one, they had the Inferno match, the Road to WrestleMania, and they had the tag team stuff. That was like the big deal with that one. Again, what's the running theme? Why am I going over all these older games? They were very, very limited, and as time went on, they focused on adding specific things. Now, the gameplay was better. The gameplay was more enjoyable to you, bro, but if you go back and play it right now, you're not going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that the gameplay was better. It was clunky. I've played them recently. This game is amazing. I love this game. I love the SmackDown versus Raw games. The games play like a dream. It's so much fun. 100%. But don't let the nostalgia drug consume you. It was clunky. It was glitchy. They would intercross each other. It was filled with a bunch of shit that we just overlooked. And it was very, very spammy. And you got to tap the same buttons. What up, Samoan? And then from 2009, we got 2010. Oh, and this one I'm happy. I got the cover for this one recently because I had bought 2010 a while ago without the cover. What up, Jason? And this one was much better than 2009. This is when things started getting a little better during that time. And it had the book too. Had the book. I was happy to get this one. I like 2010. Bro, we went from 2000 SmackDown versus Raw 2009 that at that time I'm like, how did we take a step back, bro? Because 08 I really loved, and 09 I was like, but 10 brought me back in. So this one also had the new Road to WrestleMania. They redesigned the Royal Rumble, it says here. They had WWE Story Designer, create your own storylines, choose a superstar, cutscenes, camera angles, the script, whatever you want. You could create entrances, it says here. It was cool. It was cool. And during that time, between like 2007, 8, 9, or whatever, this is not a WWE game, but we had TNA Impact. This game had really good graphics. It reminded me of the Acclaimed Sports titles, where wrestlers had very similar movesets, except for the signatures and finishers or whatever. But this game had a cool story. It was a TNA midway game. It was just fun. And I feel like That's the main word that we gotta remember when we're talking about these older titles. They were so much fun with so little to offer at times. It was bare. It was bare. And it wasn't long lasting. And then, let me see. All right, so this would go like this. All right, then we got a couple PS4. All right, so here we got, and then they rebranded. I missed 2011. I don't have 2011. I still got to get 2007 and 2011 for 360. Which game was better, AEW Fight Forever or TNA? I got to be honest, AEW Fight Forever was definitely better, but I like TNA's graphics better. The TNA graphics was better. This one right here, they changed it. At that time, I really, really loved this one because they, again, 2010 and 2011 were similar, but then WWE 12 experienced the new WWE. Faster, simpler, smoother, electrifying TV presentation. Destiny awaits, the road to WrestleMania. It had multiplayer madness, it says. It had some more creation stuff to share. This one was really, really good. AEW was bad. If you thought AEW was bad, you're going to think this TNA game is even worse. You know that I have this one put away. I have the case for this one put away. The one that I bought originally, I have it put away with Ted DiBiase Jr.'s autograph on it. And then I got WWE 13 here with CM Punk. This one was awesome. The Attitude Era, Live the Revolution. I mean, the story mode for this shit was awesome. Predator Technology 2.0. Biggest WWE roster ever. The Universe mode was getting better at the time. But I didn't like, we went from season mode to universe mode. And to be honest with you, I like season mode better. I like season mode better. You picked one superstar, you went backstage, and you could play different. It had a lot of replay value. There was a narrative. There was a cohesive thing that you were doing here. With the universe, they wanted you to have the power of setting up your own sandbox, and I just never really rocked with it, if I'm honest with you. Looking back at it now, and I mentioned this from time to time, and you guys all love universe mode so much. I prefer way better the season mode, personally. PS3 version is better. I don't think the PS3 had any game that Xbox 360 had that ran better, if I'm honest. The online was way better on Xbox, and the game on Xbox was so silky smooth. You have 2007 till now, but I want to get all the old games. Yeah, I'm trying to get all of them. And then 2K14. This one was amazing and short-lived for me at the time because I got the new console and I ended up trading it in, but I ended up buying it back, obviously. This one I had picked up for like $5. So I got to do like a whole video because I do want to talk about each one and show gameplay for each one. But I'm trying to gather everything first. Become Immortal. This had the 30 years of WrestleMania. You know, it had created story. The creation suite was expanded. It had the streak. It was good. Then after that, we had 2K15 on Xbox One, which that's where I got it at. I still got it there digitally. But I also recently picked it up. Well, not recently. I say recently, but I picked it up already. It wasn't recently. It was a while ago. But I picked it up again, nonetheless. And this one, I picked it up to do the NXT mode because I never played the NXT mode. But yeah, I've been picking up these games slowly through the years. And I have them on my gaming shelf, very organized and set up. So right now we went through PlayStation, Xbox, PS2. You could see all the games here. These are all the games we talked about and showed. I still gotta get my my other games on my list. Some other games on my list, but let's go on to PS4, which, the thing about Xbox One and PS4 is that I have all those games digital, so I'm trying to get some of them physical. You want to laugh? I actually picked up 2K18. This one, I actually got it today. And I got this one today. You see how it says $10? It was 75% off. I got it for $2.50. And it came with the booklet and the game. $2.50. Because I have it digital on my PS4. But I wanted it physical. Ran into it. Got lucky. This one I picked up for $5. I kept it sealed because, again, I have it digital. I don't want to open it just to open it. So I kept it sealed. 2K22. Rey Mysterio on the cover. That's the one that brought us all together because that's when my channel started really taking off again. Where do you get them so cheap? I'll tell you. I'll give you a rundown of the prices now. And I'll go over each one individually. Now, this one, I was a sucker, man. Because this one, I got it digital and physical because I really wanted this slip cover. And I wanted to make sure that it didn't sell out. And I had the game physical with that slip. And I just needed this John Cena one. You pay 20 to 30. I have a strict rule, man. The most I'll pay for a game is $20. I don't pay more than 20. 20 to 30 is crazy. So this one, I got it when it came out. This one, I got it. It was like $100 at the time. This one, I got it for like $15 after it went on sale because I already have it digital. So I got it physical as well. Had to get the Cody Rhodes one. That's kind of where it started. This is the one that intoxicated me with wanting to get the 2K series physical. And then I went back further and further. So I got 24 and then 25 right here. Even though I play 25 mostly on Xbox, which I have it digital, I have it on PS5 as well. So that's my PS5 collection. And then I put the PS4 and Xbox one together. So I got all the new 22, 23, 24, 25, and then I got 18. I got the other ones, like I said, but digital. And then I'll show you. So this one I found at a retro gaming store for like about $7 or $8. $7 or $8. This one I got it for $7 or $8. This one I got it for $5. This one was like about $5 to $7. This one you could see I got it for $8. This one was $10. This one was like $7 to $10. I believe it was probably like $10 or 12. No, this one was $12. I got this one for $12. No, 10, 12, 12, 12. This one was 12. I removed the sticker, so I don't remember much, but this one is the one that I told you I got in a bundle. This one I got for it was like $4.50 or $5 because of the bundle that I got. I got 3 games. And then, damn, I don't know where I put it, but I got SmackDown 2, but I have it without the case. I have it put away there on my shelf without the case. I have SmackDown for PlayStation 1, SmackDown 2. So I told you the price for that one already. This one I got it on, if I'm not mistaken, I got this one on Amazon and it was $10 used. This one I got it for $7.50 from a retro seller. This one was like $4.50 from that bundle. This one was $5 with a coupon. No, this one was like, I got this one for $6, but I had a $5 coupon, so I paid $1 for this one. $5, $5, $5, like $8 on eBay. I got this one on eBay for like $8 to $10. This one, unfortunately for me, was like $15. Those are a little more annoying. They're a little overpriced, but I paid $15 because I'm almost done with the collection. $5. This one was like $17. And it's a mix. I've gotten them at retro stores, thrift stores. This one I got it at GameStop full price, unfortunately, because I wanted to do LWF. $18 from Best Buy on sale. $100. I got it when it came out. $5 on clearance. $2.50 at the thrift store. So now I gotta put them back. But yeah, I got all my other games like digital. I got that. I got all the other ones that you see that I'm missing. I got them between PS4. I got my Xbox connected now, so I could show you here on Xbox. It's funny because I said I was going to play WWE, which I do want to play WWE. I'm going to get on WWE now, but I'm not missing 2K19 and 20. I got it. I just said that I don't have it digital. You're not listening. You're not listening. Hold on. I'm going to the bottom of my list real quick. So I showed you, so 2K15, actually 2K15, I have it on PS4 digital. I got Battlegrounds on here and PC. And then, so 16 is here. So PS4, I got 15. Xbox One, I got 16. 17 is on PS4. 18 is on PS4. 19 is on Xbox. 20 is on Xbox and PS4. And then you see I got all the other ones. So from the modern games, I'm literally only missing 2011 and 2007. Thank you, Jason. I'm just missing 2011 2011, which I saw it recently, but it was like $20 and I'm like, I'm gonna wait. So the whole ramble sesh that we just went through, guys and girls and everyone watching, less is more. Less is more. Those games had so little to offer with so much fun in store for us. Different time, different place. Stream is so vibes, Lex. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Steven. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, man. We're going to be doing a lot more of these, and I keep promising and promising, but as you guys see, I'm not lying. I've been keeping my promise, and I didn't even show you AEW, but I do have AEW digitally, and I have it physically on Nintendo Switch, which I dropped a video recently. I made it a short because the video, nobody watched the video. It had a couple views, but I ended up having to delete it because I'm like, it was hurting the channel. But I do have AEW as well. You can see I have it right there, digital. And then I have it physical. So like I've tried collecting all the wrestling games through the years, and I'm getting closer and closer to achieving. I just want to show it to you guys one last time. I'm really proud of it. It's taken me a long time. Look at this. And I got my AEW game too. Remember, keep that in mind on my Switch. So I'm getting closer and closer. And once we start that retro series, on the channel is basically never going to end. We're going to be going back to all the games that I've gotten, and we're going to do like, videos for them, and we're going to do the streams for them. And you could be like, Lex, but why don't you just start it now? And I'm like, because we've been doing a lot of modern games, and I've been just trying to establish that content. And I've been trying to put over that content over and well. And we've been doing pretty good. So now you were asking me about what update do I want to see in the next patch. I said it in the last like 3 videos, man. Online needs to get patched. Online needs to get patched. Online needs to get patched. The freaking ladder, the ladder glitch that kicks people out, come on. The chair in the corner where players get stuck, come on. Special guest referee with custom arenas, come on. We need better stability. Like, we started off the year good. It was hot. It was hot. The online works good when you're using regular arenas with regular matches. The moment you start using created content, it starts to melt. I feel like when you go to your next event, you should make a sign and protest. Nah, I'm not that type, man. I'm not that type. Nah, I'm not that type. I don't care. I don't care that much, man. I like talking about it. I'm just like, for conversation and for discussions, I like it. The ladder stuff works now. That's good to hear. What up, Nathan? What up, Nathan? How you doing? Where is it? Hold on. We can't do special guest referee with custom matches. I mean, custom arenas. If it's not broke, don't try and fix it. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, I got you. The online stuff. I feel you. Yeah, the online was good. We were so close. We were close. I could taste it. We were running these shows for LWF almost flawlessly. These shows for LWF were going so well, and it became a freaking bozo fest. You know? So, I do have other stuff to look forward to, and I'm going to start streaming more of that and enjoying more of that, because if I keep putting all my eggs in the basket for LWF online only, I'm going to keep waiting, and it just seems like we're far off from getting any kind of consistency with that. That's really what I've seen with this year's game. Now, even with all the shit that you hear me saying right now, right? All the crap that I'm talking, the videos that I've made, and I hope they do this. You could use custom arenas online. Yes, you can. What I'm talking about is, so with the LWF league that I do, I like doing the special guest referee matches so I could be in the match and stream it and, pretty much run the match. When you set up a match, even offline, it's not just online. It's offline and online. You can't do custom matches with special guest referee anymore. So I like this year's game. I want to make that known. Like, I've enjoyed it. I'm not tired of it. I'm a little fatigued when it comes to like wrestling in general. As you see, I did a live watch party for Monday Night Raw. It was fun. A lot of people came through. We did the Money in the Bank watch party. We're going to do the watch party for Night of Champions. I'm still very involved. But the fatigue from the product on TV, which catches up to everyone at times, and then the fatigue of hoping that the online gets better, it kind of like interconnected for me. And to be honest with you, it's been quite the experience. And then I had also, like I mentioned, I wasn't kidding, man. I was having issues with my AC. I was like, damn, this is like one thing after another, back to back. My office was wrecked. I couldn't do videos and content in here. It was getting rough. It was getting rough. I don't think that the gameplay is good, though. I don't think that the problem... Let me do a little underground match. I haven't done an underground match in a little bit. Let's take off the KOs. Take off DQ. Let's do a little underground match. I haven't even finished my season 2 of the island. I gotta go on the island and go off, man. I gotta go off on the island. Like, I feel like the island was one of the biggest ball busters for me too, on top of the online glitch that happened. Because let's do SmackDown Arena, the classic. Because the island season 1, with the game coming out, right? I was head over heels and enjoying all that. But after I finished the story, I didn't want to play online anymore. I was like, ain't no way you're going to catch me online. It was exactly what I predicted it was going to be. Try hard, sweat fest, 100 overalls. It was people with glitchy, not glitchy, but cheesy maneuvers and just taking advantage. And you could call me a scrub. I don't care. I'm like, no way. I had some wins. I had some losses. Peace. Waiting for season 2. Season 2 came out, and my hype kind of like, they took a little long for season 2. They tried hyping it with the DLC. So there's a lot of characters I haven't even really used this year, honestly. Let me do Seth Rollins. Do Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I think the gameplay is good. I think the gameplay for this game is good. Presentation is beautiful. The third-person camera is beautiful. There's so much writing on this game that is really, really good. There is. We can talk about this. Like, we could talk about all these games that we love from back in the day all we want, but 2K25 has a 10 out of 10 presentation, really, really solid, strong gameplay. I think the creation suite is hurting the game, and the game is really bloated. I think the game is really bloated. My faction is hurting the game. It's not hurting their pockets. It's not hurting their pockets. My faction is definitely not hurting their pockets, but it's hurting our soul. It's hurting our soul, but it's not hurting their pockets. They're definitely making money. It's so funny because everybody online, well, not everybody online, but a lot of people online, with the Nintendo Switch price was announced and Mario Kart and the bundle for the Switch and all this came out. Everybody, for the most part that we saw, it was a wave of like negativity. $500, $80 games, all that. And I was like, dog, this is still gonna sell really well. Everyone that's commenting and sharing their displeasure is not everyone that's gonna go spend the bread. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same. The people that want to spend the money are just going to go spend the money. They're not going to go and type it all up all the time. Like, yeah, you're going to get a lot of those too, but you're not... You're just... It's just hilarious. The Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. Worldwide. And then there's people that bash it and get it anyways. Like, who are you kidding? That's why when the Switch got announced, I bashed the price, but I didn't bash the console. Because I felt like I was going to probably end up getting it anyways. Because I like it. I like it, and you know, I play with Erica. Erica loves it, so I've enjoyed the Switch too. So 2K is the same shit. Everyone's talking crap. But they are making a ton of money, man. They're making a ton of money off of the island. They're making a ton of money off of my faction. They're making a ton of money from people buying the game. People are buying the damn game, and it's on sale right now. They're probably getting even more users. They are making their money. They're making that cash, bro. All right, let's get into some action. Hold on. Let me fix the presentation a little bit. Let me mute this garbage background music I got going on. Let's whoop some ass here with Seth Rollins. I put the gameplay up. Let's see what we get ourselves into. We're going to put on a banger. So for me, guys, just so you know, for me personally, I love the third-person camera. Do you guys enjoy the third-person camera? For me, I love it. That is one of the biggest, brightest spots that this game has to offer. The third-person camera is beautiful. I usually like to play with it wide. Sometimes I leave it at default, but for a match like this, I would even go extra wide. So I'm zoomed out. I can enjoy the underground experience, and I could get the weapons and have a good feel for what's going on. I even like playing with the Superstar HUD off. I love it. Everything else I pretty much keep the same. Control help and match rating HUD, I take that crap off too. The reversal prompt, I leave it just to kind of help me out a little bit. What do you think about Mariah's name change? What's her name? I didn't even know her name change. All right, so let's get into this right here.
No pinfalls, no countouts, no ropes to save you. The official's only out here to call the submission or the knockout. So you better be prepared to either be
look at this, how beautiful.
down or the one who takes a little unexpected nap.
Blake Monroe.
Oof.
Mariah May. Blake Monroe. What up, Nathan? How you been, man? We haven't talked in a while. It says that WrestleMania 17 and Crown Jewel 24 Tron data and patch. Oh, I didn't see that, Bray. It's a tribute to her niece and Marilyn Monroe. Nah, you're good, Nathan. You're good. I'm glad that you're still around. I'm glad you're still pumping out the content. Everything I hope is well with you. I'm happy to see you stopping by. Look, the Blake Monroe name is not bad. There's Blake Lively. It just took me up. It caught me off guard because Mariah, what was it? Mariah May. It had a ring to it, and she had already established it. But telling me what you're telling me now, Blake Monroe is something that she came up with, that she wanted to do, that she had, a say in it. There is absolutely nothing I could really comment on that, and that's Blake Monroe, and it is what it is. That's her name in WWE. So, as far as my complaints about 2K25, gameplay is good. Game modes are I just, the biggest thing that needs to be noted, I think, is that the game is just really bloated, and we need to zero in on some things. That's the biggest recurring thought for me personally. Like, there's just no way I go back and play this game. Nostalgia filter off. Let's take off the nostalgia filter. But I can't go back to this game and feel like I'm having so much fun with a simpler experience than one with a bloated one. Like, that to me is like what's mind-boggling. Like, how the hell do we have all these things available in our hands but it's causing so many issues. The creations are causing issues. And I know that if they remove anything from the creation suite, it's going to make people go crazy. And people are asking for create a story. People are asking for create a story. You know how how many issues can arise from that? I just kind of go off of how long the match has been going on. So while I do love the idea that would have been collecting cards in my faction, that's bare. That world tour, there's people praising it, but it's because they're comparing it to a whole pile of nothing. My faction just stinks to me. Stinks. I'm sorry. I know people work really hard on that mode, as so many developers do in all these games. The mode stinks. It has a bad stench of money hungry cash grab. The Road to WrestleMania stuff, the showcase. The showcase is cool. Showcase is cool. I'm a big fan. And you could tell me, Lex, you haven't beaten it. You're right. I haven't rushed to beat it. I think the showcase this year was a big step up. Road to WrestleMania, showcase, you could call it whatever you want. I don't care. The one from this year felt a lot more like a Road to WrestleMania experience. That's why it's better. They could go back to the Road to WrestleMania. They could stick to the showcase how it was this year. I'm fine with either or. I think the showcase is great because I love the single player, linear, cutscene, match, objective. I like all that. But the island, man, the island is Nathan, your team and everyone that worked on the story, you know, the writing and the witty and the funny and the twists and turns of season 1, that has a special place in my heart because I had a ton of fun with that, and I'm looking forward to season 2 that I haven't finished, season 3, season 4 and beyond. Like the island, when it comes to the story, success. When it comes to what are you disappointed about? When it comes to the story, like that little part, it could have been just that. But when you throw in the multiplayer and the lack of co-op, bloated because that was a huge miss. It was a huge airball. And then My Rise, I gotta play My Rise. So I can't say anything about My Rise. But I could say something about my GM. I've loaded up my GM. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. My GM is literally copy and paste. That's what I tried. Copy and then like a sticker and paste. That's my GM. My GM had some tweaks that improved it, but just not enough. Not enough for that. So the story is great, but the fact that we don't have anything other than 1v1, haven't changed any other match, it irritates me. Yes, I agree with you. Same here. We're on the same boat. Now, people are saying oh, 2K needs to lose the license. WWE needs to go to another company. I am not even close to feeling that way. I'm not even close to feeling that way at all. I think that 2K just needs to evaluate all the extra fat that they're bloating up the game with. If you play My Rise, I'll let you be the guest on Willie Regal Talks. Oh, I'm going to play it then. It's been 4 weeks since the first DLC pack came out. We still don't know who the celebrity guest is. Yeah, but that's logistics, copyright, all that crap. That celebrity pack. I love basketball. I think that's trash. Celebrities, I don't mind Travis Scott, but I think that's like, but it's okay, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna give it a try, GTS. I'm gonna give it a try. Cause I think My Rise is gonna be like that experience that I got from My Rise a couple years ago that I had a blast, and then what I've experienced already so far with the island, I've enjoyed it with no cutscenes. My Rise actually has cutscenes, so I'm gonna love it. I've been wanting to change them with each update, but we're trying to get the event system up. And we keep hitting brick walls. My name used to be LexxExpress. I changed it to No Holds Lex because LexxExpress is the buzz for Lex Luger. When you type in LexxExpress, Lex Luger comes out and a bunch of other stuff comes out except for me. And I wanted you guys to be able to find me easier. I wanted to have my own identity, and No Holds Lex is no holds, like no holds barred, but No Holds Lex. So there is nothing holding me back. Thoughts on the handheld console? Great question, Gabe. Gabe, if you haven't followed my other channel, I changed the name of that one too. It's a complete collecting games. Thoughts on the other console though? It's great, but it's going to be overpriced because it's like a computer in your hands. I think it's going to be overpriced, and $800 to $1,000 for that. I mean, I know people pay that for phones, but I think phones are overpriced as well, even though they're very powerful and very useful, obviously. Let me see what the other the command that I have here for the link. Other white tee. All right. I do like the idea of a handheld Xbox though. But it's going to be a lot of money. $800, $1,000. You can plug it in and play it on your computer or TV also. That's cool that you can do that. For those that don't know, I got to plug it in since we have so many people here and I've talked about it. But for those that like, oh man, I recorded a game clip by mistake. Over there at Collecting Games, I'm going to show you guys my retro gaming updates. I'm going to drop a lot of like retro game shorts. I'm going to drop gaming videos and streams for other games. Like the game that I've been playing now. Sorry, not this one. This is the wrong thing here. Here it is. Mind's Eye. This is a game. Oh my god, I got to delete that clip now. This is the game that came out that I wish this is a, you guys want to talk about a bad experience. These people worked really hard on this game and they dropped this game incomplete without being fully optimized and full of glitches. Like, you don't know how good you got it with WWE 2K in comparison. Like, and I know that that's like measuring it low, like the bar very low, but setting the bar low, but yeah, that game is crazy right now. Who is the four horsemen of the Ruthless Aggression era? Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge, Triple H. Orton, John Cena. Triple H is multiple eras for sure. I've been playing My Faction rank for My Faction points. Oh, man. Woo. I salute you for that. But to get some silver lining, there will be a surprise after DLC 2, but don't tell nobody. Well, saying that here and then saying don't tell nobody right after is kind of rough, Nathan. You should have told me that personally, because I'm sure there'll be somebody here running around saying, oh, Nathan said it, Nathan said it. WWE 2K6 say it comes out the same day as this year. It will only have about a month and a half to fully impress us because of GTA 6. Different genre. Wrestling will be wrestling. GTA will be GTA. GTA is going to do great regardless, and WWE is going to do great regardless. It might affect it maybe a little bit initially. People may wait for a sale or something, but yeah, it's not really going to hurt. It's not really going to hurt or bother or affect. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, GTA, everybody's scared of GTA, but it's a different genre. All right, let's get back to the action.
Reversing Rollins. Trading counters here. And something the WWE Universe
I like Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye is fun. If you like GTA or Watch Dogs.
On one level or another.
Yeah, Byron, this is not a match you go into lightly.
That's what it's trying to be.
In this match, these two superstars are both willing to destroy themselves in order to silence the other. It's a dangerous
storyline
to be in for sure.
And it's going to be open world with the future updates.
Seth Rollins.
But people are ripping it apart.
And the small package driver.
Yeah, 2K will probably do better when they leave old Gem behind. Do I think Dean Ambrose will come back?
He's looking to take things to the outside now.
And it must be garbage day because out comes the can.
And now he gets back into the ring.
I think he may come back eventually, like Hall of Fame or something like that, but not anytime soon.
And he's got no worries about the count.
I keep messing up. I keep pressing the wrong button.
Right to the spine.
The Island Super Dry right now needs live events. Well, yeah, that's what Nathan was talking about.
And this one might be headed ringside.
They threw an X up for Omega. What?
Grabbing a guitar, one step closer to starting a band, I guess.
Oh, what the?
Getting out of control.
Trying to get that trash can in there.
And the ringside now. What does he have planned? Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
I'm going to keep enjoying this game, and I'm definitely going to start streaming WWE 2k25 regularly. I've missed out on a lot of streaming with 2k25 because I've been doing a lot of LWF. But I'm going to do a lot of these streams where I just come out here, talk about the game, talk about wrestling, play the game, have fun with you guys. Because I really miss this. When I'm doing LWF, I feel like it's like doing commentary and trying to tell a story, trying to set up the matches, trying to coordinate so much.
These men knew this match was going to be hard fought.
Yeah, that ring post crushed the trash can. Well, I've been really enjoying tonight's stream, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and stopping by.
Well placed elbow to break up the maneuver.
I haven't unlocked the Triple H sledgehammer. I got to do it. That was really cool. I got to salute you guys and the 2K team putting that together. That was really, really nice. But of course, at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to the love and passion that we all have for wrestling. You just got to make sure that you're not just crying just to cry all the time, because it'll fall on deaf ears.
What do we have here?
I feel like whining just to whine is like where some of the stuff gets lost in the shuffle. Yes, I love the animation. I love the effect. I love the creativity behind it. It's a lot of fun. And Nathan, that's one of the things that, like, I don't want WWE to become Mortal Kombat. Like, when they were doing the 2K20 stuff with the funky, zombie stuff, I didn't really care for that. I didn't care for that, if I'm honest. But when it comes to the creativity of adding these kinds of weapons and thinking outside the box, that's what I kept saying on the road to 2K25. On the road to 2K25, I was like, bro, let's break the barriers. Let's break these parameters that have been set, the standard that we know, and not just the elements that we get from television, which we already have most of that in the game, but let's add more of that game element, that fun, you know, that we used to see in all these old games and on all this old stuff that I have here. Less is more with those games because they had so many layers of fun with the weapons and the animations and going backstage in the middle of the match and being able to fight at the bar, being able to fight outside, being able to fight at Times Square, jumping off the Tron. Like, those things have been missing, and I feel like with 2K25 we did get some of that there, right? Not just with the wacky stories with the island, or even the stuff that we've got into My Rise, that I gotta get into get from My Rise, but with that sledgehammer, you know, that just knowing that that's in the game and I'm gonna unlock it when I play the island, that is something that I'm looking forward to doing. Have you heard of a new match TNA is doing? It's called 841. It's an 8-man tag. Winner advances to a fatal 4-way. Winner gets a title shot. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That sounds really cool, actually. But yes, of course I've seen the video of the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer is part of the island grind, and that's better than the urn that we got in that DLC. That's better than we got in that DLC. For the Undertaker.
I was not expecting that from him at this point.
See, you added me GTS. I'll add you right back. What about Superstars? What do you mean about Superstars? I unlocked it. That's why I put it in an LWF story.
Kick to the gut.
I like the new 2K25 gameplay. For the past 6 years, I've been playing 2K19. Always felt 2K19 had the best roster, legends, backstage Raw. I don't know. I don't feel like 19 was all that. All right, hey fan, enjoy some games, man.
Hoisted up. Oh, painful gut buster. A relentless
yeah, the ghost stuff is pretty wild.
Animosity is fueling him as he goes at CM Punk.
The urn is brutal, but I'd rather get the timekeeper's the bell. The bell keeper. I'd rather get the bell.
Cracked around into a neck breaker. And his head was once again the target. Time for him to defend against that.
Oh, you have me on PlayStation, but not on Xbox? No problem. I'm happy to add you guys, man. I'm happy to add you guys.
Good golly, driven directly into the steel stairs. Now Rollins looking for some momentum. That's possibly the trigger for Seth to battle his way back into this.
What about Superstars? Oh, yes. Look. Now that you mentioned it, unlocking personas, the superstar persona cards that they got in my faction, that would make people want to play the island like this. The way that they've been going about it with my faction, dude, ripping packs is the only way right now to get the new Alexa Bliss. Are you kidding me? Add that to the island, and you'll see everybody running around. Come on, man. What are they doing? And it's not just getting one card. You gotta get multiple cards. Even if they juice up the odds, you know, you gotta buy. It's like you gotta buy all these packs.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
So yeah, I would like to unlock superstars in the island. I like that they added superstars to my faction. Hey, let me go back to Big Cam, my bad, because I'm getting excited with this conversation. I am one of those people that enjoy playing Showcase for the unlockables. I don't mind playing My Rise to unlock certain things. Now, I'm not going to play My Rise 1,000 times to unlock like different versions of a superstar. I'm sorry. Well, not sorry because it's my loss, right? But there's replay value in that. And I get why people like to replay those things. But for me, so you mean if you were able to unlock Alexa from the island would be better than ripping packs? No way, that's crazy talk. Wink. Exactly. You catch my drift. I think that the biggest thing that's hurting right now this game, besides the updates that have ruined certain things, is that when people see this logo, when people see 2K, they think this. This logo is like, might as well be the $sign. And they got to change that. We're here to have fun and play video games, bro. It's not supposed to feel like a chore where you have to put real life money to rip shit to get things that could, with today's technology, could have already been in the game. You know? Rule beyond the ring. Basically EA. Exactly. 2K and EA are like brothers and sisters. Like they're siblings. That's why, like, I don't get why people say, I want 2K to lose a license. EA should make wrestling games. EA are like, they're the founding fathers. EA's the founding fathers of greed. Those people suck the life out of the freaking joy of playing a game just to play a game. And that's the and I'm gonna keep pulling out the stack because I have it close by, so I gotta keep pulling out. That's the difference with a lot of the games that you see here. A lot of the old games that you see here. That it was fun to just play them. It was fun to just enjoy them. Hop on. Oh, let me do a little match. Let me do a little match from Monday Night Raw. Let me do a little match from, from the pay-per-view. Let me hop on. And I get it. That's where we're at in gaming with Fortnite doing all the skins and Call of Duty doing all the skins and everyone trying to do skins and everybody trying to... That's why I tell you, like, people on the run, it's so funny because when we were doing the run for this year's game for 2K25, when we were on the run celebrating the announcements, people were coming at me like if I was like, a meat writer, or if I sold to the company, or like I was trying to get invited, or I was trying to get a free copy of like, I haven't gotten a free copy for any game I've ever talked about on the channel, and the only free copy I got, which I barely even played live on stream, was a raffle that I won on Twitter, and it was for Midnight Suns. I have never gotten a review copy for anything. And I've reached out to 2K in the past, like years ago, and I still don't hate them. I still don't got an agenda against them. I celebrate them when it's time to celebrate, and I rip when it's time to rip because I'm No Holds Lexx. That's why I changed my name to No Holds Lexx. No disqualification. I was a glazer. Exactly. I was the glazer. And I'll still glaze. I won't take that back because I loved it. But the thing is that at some point you have to realize it's a video game and we're just trying to, disconnect from the shit that's going on over there, and you're trying to lock in here and have a good time. And putting everything behind paywalls kind of makes it a little difficult. Like I'm a collector. Look at my, this is not, I have so many things put away on the other side too. But I'm a collector. I don't mind, spending every once in a while. This is this has taken time to assemble and put together through the years of collecting. I don't mind spending on things that I love and enjoy, but feeling forced. And the truth is that they're technically not forcing, right? No one, not EA, not Fortnite, not Call of Duty, but it's like paywall after paywall after paywall after. Like, dude, I just recently did. That's not a collection, that's dedication. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. OG gamer, pretty much. I used to not care about going back to play old games because I love graphics. I love modern day graphics. I get blown away by modern day graphics, and that's how you reel me in. Presentation. I'm a big graphics nerd. But I'm going to give you an example. I saw this old arcade game called Contender, and I had done a trade on offer with this super cool dude that I met. And I got this game, Contender. It's a boxing game from PlayStation 1. And look at all these old games that I got in this booklet here. I got a booklet of these. These are the games that I don't have a case for, unfortunately. These are the games that I don't have a case for. But look, I just picked up all these games recently in a trade that I did. And you know what all these games have in common? No bullshit monetization. You put in the disc, you load it up, and you just play what they shipped out. Hopefully they shipped it out in a good state because there was no online updates to fix and patch. And you know why I went ahead and bought the PS3? Because I wanted to experience some of the stuff that I missed out on and play some of the games that, I got rid of. But the games now should be better than all of this. I shouldn't have to go ahead and connect my Xbox, man. I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have to connect those old consoles when we have so much resources and money and corporations building all these games. And we have great developers like Nathan in the chat and all the people that work so hard on all these games. What the hell happened? The corporate greed happened. Not that we didn't see that in those older games, because we saw a lot of marketing and a lot of bullshit too in some of the games, but what made this console so special? Here we go. Was it the GameCube plug-in? It was the library of games, the variety of games that it had. Same with this one. PS2. And I could keep going, but I'm going to stop right there. It was before 2010, DLC. That's what opened the dam. You're right. That's what opened the floodgates. And you know what's funny? I'm going to tell y'all something. I didn't really buy those DLCs back then. I would always just wait for them to be in the next game. And that's why, when I see people online crashing out so hard and getting so riled up and upset and rage, dude, I have too many movies, I have too many games, too many collections. There's just so much more. There's so much more I could just go do than sit here and focus on all this anger. That's why I always said, back to my point of why I just went on that little spree showing all the stuff that I showed, is that people don't believe me, especially when we have like new viewers that don't know me, or people that, you know, obviously there's plenty of people that don't know me and they just click into like a little 10-minute 5-minute into the video or whatever, or stream, and they're like, well, there he goes again, or oh, there, you know, this is all that, and this, look at this guy, another YouTuber, another. I just enjoy what I enjoy. I play what I want to play, and there is no one that's going to force me, and that's how it should be for everyone. But people kind of miss that people miss, sometimes get lost in the sauce and miss what's the purpose of all of this. I agree with everything you've said tonight. Like you, I'm from the less is more era. The games weren't perfect at all, but all we needed was the minimum to have a good time, different times. Exactly, Gabe. Exactly. And the less is more era started here, and even before then. But what I'm talking about, like in terms of like wrestling games and all that, it started with the PlayStation era, with the N64 era, and those games had close to nothing. And we played the crap out of those games with our brothers, and if you had sisters and cousins and neighbors and friends, and we didn't even have online multiplayer. We have now in this era more tech, more money being pumped into the industry, more gamers, right? Because shit, I remember my parents when they were in their 30s, like my dad would watch us play Zelda, like my older brother would be playing Zelda, and he would help us, like guide us through the game and all that. And we would do those late night weekend sessions beating those games together as a family. But my dad wasn't a gamer, right? Like they were adults. Adults didn't really game back then all like that. Like some barely did, but many didn't. From what we saw, like our friends' parents didn't game. And now, you know, now everyone is still gaming and they're like 40, 50, you know, so I think it's crazy. The base game was all you needed to have fun. Imagine the outcry if they took away community creations for next game. The backbone of no. They took away the cross-brand downloads. If they touch community creations, if they said, guys, we're going to take away community creations, but we're going to update the game more. We're going to give you all these wrestlers. We're going to give you officially licensed wrestlers in these updates. That'll be like a bazooka launched into everyone's heart that loves that crap. And it's okay. That's the selling point for them. If they take away community creations, they're going to lose like too much. So no, they can't do that. I'm not telling them to do that. What I'm saying, when I say less is more, I'm talking about all the other stuff. But maybe tweak community creations a little bit because it's messed up. Like, keep that stuff there for the people that want to enjoy it, but don't mess up my stuff now. Because that's what's kind of happened. Why I try to tune into your channel as much as I can. You're a chill person and we have the same takes on things. I'm glad you've enjoyed the channel and the streams, GTS. I'm glad. It warms my heart. More tech and yet still lacking. You know, more tech, more resources. Like it's like an army of people. Like I don't even. Let's see. Let me see something. I'm gonna go ask like ChatGPT, but I'm gonna do Gemini, which is Google, and Google like gives me a quick answer. I'm gonna ask Gemini. Let's do it together. Let me show you guys here. Hold on. Let's see what Gemini tells us. All right, about how many people worked on each video game title in the early 2000s. Let's see. In the early 2000s, the number of people working on a video game title varied significantly depending on the scale and ambition of the game. Obviously, that's still the case now. Mainstream typical titles for many mainstream commercial titles, a team of 10 to 20 people was common. These games often had budgets in the range of 5 to 15 million. 10 to 20 people back then. And then AAA titles, where the big budget, high profile releases typically had teams of a few hundred people, with development budgets potentially reaching 50 million to 100 million. For example, Diablo, released in 2000, was developed by around 70 people. Indie/small scale games, while less common for commercially viable titles, some games, particularly simpler ones or those with unique concept, could be developed by a very small team, sometimes even a single person. That is true. So mainstream, and then it's a typical title. So on average, of a commercial title could have had 10 to 20 people. It was common. And the budget, that's what it says up here in real small letters. But a big game like Diablo had 70, which is a lot. It is a lot, especially for its time. But, dude, look at the budget, 50 to 100 million. Look again, the budget now in this era is way more than that. And you have way more people and departments working on it now. I really like community creations. That helps with wrestlers. No, for sure. Community creations it should be managed better with the glitches. That's all I'm saying on behalf of that situation. I can't suggest for them to take that out because that'll be another can of worms that you don't want to mess with. Also want the ability to lean ladders against each other. Yeah, that you mentioned that earlier. That is true. That is a good thing. It's true, though. The backbone of 2K is the commentary, yet they lock away things behind my faction. Yes. Lex, did you remember how much good video games there were on PS2? Yes. I like the Xbox 360 personally a lot, but yes, I remember the PS2 titles were crazy. When we thought WWF Attitude was elite, or just... No. I thought WWF Attitude was elite, and then I thought No Mercy was like... It couldn't get any better. And then SmackDown came out and like it was just crazy. It was like those games came out like WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, and all those like back to back to back. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. Now, food for thought. 2000 budget, 100 million for a game at 60 compared to now. Oh, no, Nathan, you were here in the stream that I broke that down. The prices of games, that's another thing that people are like fighting back. The only thing that I could say in that conversation within that commentary is that you want to price the game at $80, hell, $90. It needs to ship in better condition than they've been shipping. That's all I'll say about that. We need more test groups. We need way more feedback in launch stages. And I'm not saying like we, like the consumer, the gamer. I'm gonna stay on the consumer side of this conversation because that's what I am. I'm not gonna talk anything other than what I am, a consumer. I need, as a consumer, just for the creative side to test their product more than they have. I don't care if it's popular YouTubers. I don't care if it's a bunch of people that like sports titles in an office. We needed, more. We need more testing. And I feel like this era is the era of updates with nowhere near as much testing as we should be getting for these games to avoid these disasters. I am going to be as understanding as I possibly can. I know that at the end of the day, you're a developer in a department which is like a bunch of different branches, and the corporate side pushes down and says, hey, we need the release date at this time. We need to make this mark. We need to make this money. We need to do that. Like, I get that. So, like, I know that there's people at the game, at WWE Games, right? I know there's visual concept developers that don't really care for the monetization side, but they have to because it's their boss is basically like that's part of their layout for the game. The higher ups want that in the game, so you got to just follow protocol. That's part of your job. But I know that deep down in your soul, you're not there to make the virtual currency. You're there to make something special within the game itself. I get that part too. So we have to look at it from all these different complicated facets. And these are conversations that a lot of people are not willing to have because they're like, hey, I'm spending my money and this is what I need and what I want and what I deserve with this money that I spent. When you change the 60 to 70, it's like an explosion. You change from 70 to 80, it's an even bigger one. And when online conversations have become so empowered and have become such trendsetters, a lot gets lost in the shuffle, man. A lot gets lost in the shuffle. We don't have enough valid conversations where we see cooler heads prevail. It's a lot of heated arguments, a lot of you're an idiot, you don't know, and this and that, and name calling, and this person needs to lose their job, and this company needs that. You know, it's a lot of that versus cooler heads prevail, having a discussion, having a realistic expectation, like you said. You know, that's the problem of like where things are in this, you know, moment in time, which it's hurting the consumers because a lot of people are spending their precious time, bro. Time is precious. It's priceless. And if I'm not having fun, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't even be talking to you guys right now, but this is fun for me. I am not about to spend my precious time on here crying and crashing out over a video game because all I gotta do is just turn that shit off and go play the ones that I want to play. There's so much more. And a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of people think that I'm cap or I'm bullshitting or that I'm trying to kiss ass or I'm trying to get this. Like, no, bro. Sometimes it just is what it is, and I'm a big believer in that. If the game stinks, it stinks. If the game is good, it's good. If it needs to be worked on, it needs to be worked on. But we can have these discussions. We could have fun while having these discussions because this is all a hobby. And I know that some people will say, oh, no, I got to make my money. This is my living. This is... Good for you. The reality is that we're talking about video games. Get over it. So back then, games did cost $50 to $60, with a lot of them, more of them costing $60. And if you had a bug or a glitch that you had to find a way to get past it, or you had to buy like a re-released version of it to get the update, the prices kind of stayed the same, which is why we started getting all these like expansions and DLCs and bundles and $100 editions. And like WWE 2K doesn't cost $70. No, the base entry level version of the game costs $70 MSRP at launch. WWE 2K costs $130. That's the price of the game. So when people are saying, oh, GTA could cost $100. We're already paying $130 for WWE. We're already paying like $100, $120 for Madden or NCAA or whatever. Now, my solution And I don't shy away from this. I tell people this all the freaking time. I am very, very much open about this, and I try my hardest to spread the message, whether it be Discord or on here on my channels, whenever I do videos and streams. Game sharing is a lifesaver. You know, game sharing, like, and Nathan, I know you worked really hard on the game, and I know that you clocked in and you clocked out, and you're still doing it, and you're still clocking in and clocking out. But I split the $130 edition with my friend. It's not that I can't buy the $130 game, but I'd rather buy like 3 or 4 games with that kind of money. Or I'd rather go to the thrift and buy a bunch of games for $2 at a pop. I got a stack of games over there I was about to pull out, but point is, funny enough, the last game that I paid full price was this game here, because I wanted to do LWF and I wanted to have it on both platforms day one, and I didn't game share it on PlayStation with anyone. So I game shared on one console and I bought it myself on this one. That's the truth. But outside of this game, I can't remember the last time I paid full price for a game. I wait for Black Friday, I wait for a sale, or I go half. And if I really, really love the game so much, when it goes on sale later down the road, I'll try to see if I can maybe get it physical if I like it that much. I don't buy every game physical. But, to stay on track, companies are definitely not willing to risk millions of dollars on things that can possibly fail. Versus back then, we used to get so many random games, and that's exactly why I started like going in so hard on these games on PS2 and Nintendo Wii and all that, because there's like a ridiculous amount of options to play because companies were taking risks left and right. I mean, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh, but I love superheroes. And I'm just going to show you an example because I want to stick to wrestling and I want to do collecting games on the other channel. So that's why I want you guys to follow the other channel. I got so many videos that I have planned that I got to do. But follow the other channel for all the conversations like these about all these games. I got this game at a thrift store. You see how it says $5? I got it 50% off. I got it for $2.50. What the hell is this? I didn't even know this game existed. Marvel's Superhero Squad. Now, I'm not saying that they don't make similar games, like, because they do make arcadey type games still. And funny enough, this is from THQ. But this game, $2, random Marvel Superhero Squad, 6 action-packed campaigns in adventure mode. I don't even like. What is this? Random. Let me see another random game that I could pull out of here. Look at this game that I got for $2. Toy Story Mania. This is like, they have this right over at Disney. $2. And I actually got it for like 20% off. When I got it, it was like $1.60 or something. Look at this. This random shit. Speaking of Resident Evil, somebody was talking to me about Resident Evil earlier. I picked up this Resident Evil game not too long ago. Look at how much I got this Resident Evil game for. $2. Trust me when I tell you guys. Look at all these Wii games that I've gotten. I'm not worried about one game, man. Like Nathan said, it's dedication. I love gaming and I love collecting. I haven't ran into any Metroid games in person. No, not haven't ran into any of those. But I'm definitely looking to pick some up. Especially, I'm excited to play the new one. You know, one thing that I've been thinking about lately. The update hasn't come out yet, King. I'm gonna have to put you on timeout for a couple minutes. King, I don't know when the update is coming out, but we're gonna get news on that soon, I'm sure. Stop spamming, please. So the reason why I'm using that as a segue to this, good night, Nathan. You're gonna make like a baby, sleep like a baby, and head out. Is that what you're saying? All right, Nathan. Good night. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out, man. I always appreciate your company here. Whenever you want to come talk games, let me know. We'll schedule it. But yeah, what I'm bringing up by that now is that there's just so much more, man. Just try to have fun with it. Let's have some fun with this match that I've been trying to have here, but I've been so hyped. Nathan out here on his free time hanging out with us. Imagine that.
CM Punk
That's
needs
dedication.
to bring the match back to his pace.
I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
And Rollins cannot be stopped.
Oh, caught him.
No way. No way.
Ooh.
Rollins took his best shot. Punk is in big trouble.
Nathan and Real G, imagine clocking out of work and just hanging out in a chat about work.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
But one of you guys mentioned it earlier, though.
I think we're about to turn this.
And that is true. The games weren't perfect and they had glitches, but they were fun. And that's not to say that what I'm playing right now is not fun, because 2K25 is fun. But it feels like, when did it get so serious?
It's got to be hard to be CM Punk right now.
Look at CM Punk's blood. Holy snap. Now that is awesome. I love that. I broke multiple guitars on him, and this is something that I want to praise him for. You know, the blood has improved through the years. Look at that. That looks pretty insane, guys. Come on. This looks like a crime scene. They gave us great memories. Exactly. That's why we could go back and still play them, even if they're dog shit. That's a screenshot, man. That's a screenshot for sure. Look at this. This looks like a crime scene. But yeah, you're right. Remasters are being made because they're going for the sure shot. They're trying to bank on nostalgia. Yes. Bruising and all that. You're right. The bruising and all that is really nice. Hold on. I gotta delete this. I recorded while I was in the menus by mistake. Exactly, Golden Star. Exactly.
With that barbed wire. Ooh.
Momentum is running away from Punk.
Rollins is set to slay.
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
Mercilessly attacking.
Now games have to be perfect.
With no remorse. This kind of brutality is sickening. Boom, impact. Boom.
Yeah, here comes the Pain remaster would be bought. They should do it, but with modern stars.
No love lost between these superstars right now, really trying to prove who the better man truly is. Headed back into the ring.
All right, I'm going to do something special here. I'm going to switch to CM Punk now and try to do the comeback.
Just sitting back and degrading his opponent.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. Rollins showing off his offensive arsenal.
Punk needs to reformulate a strategy.
Let's see if we can do a comeback.
You're looking to do more than win a match. You're looking to hurt someone.
Catches the kick. Oh, what a roundhouse.
CM Punk with a jarring Uranagi. Look.
He had it locked in.
I
didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs...
I got an idea for you guys. I'm going to finish this match, and then we're going to get into it. But I got an idea for you guys, how we could bridge that gap.
Sets chances in this one.
Man, this place is jumping.
Exploder.
And I'm circling back. I didn't forget to talk about WWE All-Stars. I know you guys mentioned WWE All-Stars earlier. Steven mentioned it. And a few other people talked about it too. I'm going to talk about that. I didn't forget.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael. Raw is escaping danger.
Ooh.
Rollins lining it up. Curve stop.
It is all Rollins now. Cover.
Kicks out before one.
What do you say? This is amazing.
What a match. How often do you see Seth Rollins come up?
Any word on the so-called mobile game? Oh yeah, that mobile game is going to be probably like a My Faction setup like they did with NBA 2K. Who knows how they're going to do it. They didn't even give us any real info on the Nintendo Switch 2 game either. I don't know if we're going to be able to come back and get this one. Seth Rollins is too much. Yeah, they did an NBA 2K mobile game, but it was for my team. So maybe they're doing the same for for WWE My Faction. That's what I'm saying. Don't get your hopes up.
Heading to the outside now. He gets into the ring.
He's got the support of the whole arena right now.
Oh.
We just saw some serious offense.
You saw that one coming.
Hold on, I gotta get that screenshot, man. That screenshot with Seth Rollins was freaking awesome. That's a thumbnail right there, folks. That's a thumbnail if I've ever seen one. Pepsi Phil looking crazy.
Picture perfect.
This match has been a banger despite pausing it and putting it on hold several times.
Face first. All set up on a coat. And would you look at that? He's going for the pin.
And Punk wants more from his opponent.
Huge kick connects.
Schoolboy into the pin. Oh, turning the pin around.
Uh-oh, can I win with a roll-up? CM Punk! Let's go! Do you see? It's the count that burns I was trying to talk over, so I didn't get copyrighted. So another thing that we could do for the future of WWE games, like, you know how they're doing the mobile game and they're trying to do the Nintendo Switch 2 game or whatever. What if, ladies and gentlemen, what if they went ahead and did an arcade style game? Not really necessarily like WWE All Stars, but kind of like a mix and match. How would you guys feel about that? Like, what made those gameplay experiences and those games from back then feel so great is that, to be frank, the games were very basic. Yeah, but no, not like Battlegrounds. Like, come on. Battleground, that's another, that's, and Battlegrounds wasn't even all that bad. Let me look it up. Battlegrounds. What the hell happened? What up, Ghost? It died quick. Yeah, because it didn't have enough of anything. That's why. No, the online wasn't the bad. It was just limited. It was just limited. So, come on, guys. Like, we can't. I'm not talking about this kind of wrestling game. Like, I know when you guys think arcade, maybe you think like cute little characters or something, but I don't mean like this. Like, as much as we want to say that this game is amazing, shut your mouth, or any of the other SmackDown games, those were all like arcade wrestling style games that you just got to live what you saw. Like, come on, look at Goldberg. You can't take him serious. Look at Goldberg, how cute he looked. You know? I feel like there's potential for a game like this to be successful. The arcade style gameplay with a mix, not necessarily full blown battleground WWE All Star, but not realistic like 2k25 or 26 or whatever. Like, what if they make like a in between crossover? Let's see. Let me look at like the perfect example of like one. Let's look at SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. For that, I mean, for its time, they tried making it real, but what if they did a game that was supposed to be like Here Comes the Pain? Hold on, I'm trying to show it to you guys. Here it is. Like, what if they made something similar, like texture wise, like not so much detail, but like it looks like the character they're trying to be, and it's more fast paced, and it has like a health bar kind of like this. Something similar, not identical. You know, you want to make something new and original, but what if they made that experience like an alternative experience? I feel like there could be a market for that, just to have a different WWE vibe. And you don't have to overcomplicate yourself with the creation suite, because you still got the creation suite in the original game. You still got the original game coming out. You're still satisfying, the diehards of that series. You're still satisfying the community that wants the creative stuff. And you also create this new avenue. AEW Fight Forever, yes, but WWE doing it with the money that they have, it would be a much better game. Yes, Ultra Pro Wrestling is a game that could be very successful. Exactly. Fight Forever. Let's look up Fight Forever. Fight Forever was fun. What happened to me with that game is that it ran out of steam fairly quick. And it was mainly because the online people didn't really play all that much. But I did like Fight Forever. I thought Fight Forever had the perfect realism and in terms of graphics mixed in with the game. I'm really happy that it's actually playable now on the Nintendo Switch too. But look at this. This is crazy. You know, they could definitely make a game that can be successful in that avenue. And you know what's funny? That what happened to Fight Forever is that they tried doing Stadium Stampede to be different. The battle, I like that mode though. I don't know. AEW Fight Forever, I just needed more support. That's all. What a shame because I really liked that game. I thought that game was dope. I supported it till the very end, thinking that they're gonna keep making more and more and more. Like I bought all the DLC packs. I really supported that game. Lex, WWE, you gave us Punk versus Cena, cool, but why at Saudi? It should have been SummerSlam because they have other plans, clearly. Fight Forever 2, I'd buy day one. I'd buy Fight Forever, even with the problems that the last one had. I'd buy Fight Forever 2 day one. Don't play with me. I wanted to make some Fight Forever content. I wanted an excuse to play my Switch Fight Forever, and I put the video up, and the views for it, it was painful. I had to take it down. I took it down. I said, you know what? It is what it is. I took it down. WWE 2K has no competition. No, you're right, but they're competing with themselves. In this particular case, they're not going to have any competition even with other games coming out because of how big their game is, the appeal that WWE as a brand, like they're not, it's not like somebody else is out there making WWE games. Now, what I would say, back then we used to get multiple games. Like NBA had NBA Jam, they had NBA Courtside, they had NBA Live, NBA 2K, they had NBA The Life, they had all this stuff. ESPN Football, you know, there was Game Day, there was just so many different football games. Madden, a quarterback, NFL Quarterback Club, like there was a variety of football games. We don't have that in this era of gaming. So many different studios would be working on these titles. Can you imagine? NBA Streets was another one, exactly. Can you imagine if WWE said, hey, 2K, you've been doing a great job. You could keep making our games. We're cool with making games. But what if they made more WWE games with other companies? Why haven't they expanded? I wouldn't want Rockstar to make a WWE game. You know how long? I'm still waiting for a new Midnight Club, bro. You know how long they take to make games over at Rockstar? I would love to see a modern day TNA game, of course. Of course, I would support it. No doubt. It doesn't even have to have full-blown simulation graphics. What up, boss? Like, dude, we have one life. right? 2K is the only one that can make a WWE game. I mean, I'm sure they have an exclusive deal. That's what it is right now. I think that's what it is. But WWE's brand is bigger than ever. Start making some WWE mashup games like that, like this game. Where is it? Like this one that you guys were saying that had people from all over the world. WWE versus the world. Do a WWE versus the world and include AAA, include all these other random, like, why can't we have a bunch of random wrestlers? I don't know. Do some crazy shit. Like, why is it just one company making one wrestling game? Just one. Make more. People will go out and buy it. Just don't spend a ton of money on it, you know? Don't spend like a gazillion dollars into it. You don't have to spend $1 billion into every game. It doesn't have to all. And you know what's funny? That people that play the mobile games are going to be like, well, Lex, WWE has WWE Supercard. They have WWE Champions. They have a bunch of mobile games. Plus WWE 2K. And they're coming out with another mobile game, Lex. So that's what I know. That's what their arcade game might be. I don't know. They're going to be like, WWE's already working on a bunch of other stuff. That's what it is. Lex, were you Team Raw or Team SmackDown when they were series brand rivals back in the day? I was like Team SmackDown for a long time. Super Saiyan with the 2. WWE AAA LWF Wrestling. Thank you for the 2, man. Thank you so much. I was Team SmackDown because I didn't have cable. That's funny. I didn't watch most of that era. I missed a lot of that era. That was what, like the 2003 plus, right? You watch a lot of matches in different. What would you say is your favorite era, boss? So, how do you guys feel? Because I wanted to talk about this at some point. I did it in the last video that I uploaded. How do you guys feel about that John Cena run? Can we talk about John Cena and ruining wrestling? Can we talk about that? Lex, if you could bring back like one pay-per-view, what would it be? Judgment Day Unforgiven? I'll do Judgment Day. NBA Streets kind of game for WWE would be epic. That's what I mean. Honestly, in terms of nostalgia, PG era, but in terms of general, I'd say Attitude or Ruthless. Yeah, I love Attitude. His run is kind of shitty, but I think that's the point. It is. Cena's heel turn is A. Like it, then don't at the same time. Yeah, I kind of feel that. I think the Cena heel run will ruin his legacy mid-matches and repetitive promos. I don't think his matches have been that mid. I mean, his WrestleMania match. You feel like he's not playing a role and not feeling legit Golden Star. I've seen people say that on Twitter and you guys on Discord. And I gotta be honest with you. Everyone's playing a role. No one feels legit nowadays to me personally. Everyone's doing a role. That's why I loved Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief so much on the Bloodline. everyone is doing a role. Cody Rhodes is like perfect example of like the biggest Superman gimmick, trying to be, you know, the knight in shining armor, and I love it. But I don't think that's what makes Cena's run so bad. I think what makes Cena's run so bad is that it's not what we wanted out of him. We wanted him to change his theme. We wanted him to change the way he dressed and even talk a little different. Maybe a little flash of thugonomics. Lex, One Night Stand was a better name before they changed it to Extreme Rules. I think One Night Stand was a better name. You were Team Raw. Team Raw was cool. I wanted to do more with Cena. Yeah, it's just his scheduling. We know in a few months Cena will turn back babyface. I don't know if he's... Look, but we could say that about everything, Gato. We could say, oh, but we know this person's going to drop the belt anyways. We know, like, that's the reality of it. Even when we watch a superhero movie, we always know the superhero's going to become a superhero at the end and win. Some of his expressions in matches, you can tell sometimes he likes it, then don't. I just feel like he's having a lot of fun. I think that he's doing the stiff Terminator gimmick pretty well. I would say that the most annoying thing is that it does feel like a great, like, you know, the feud with R-Truth was a get nowhere thing, but they made it special because of the contract and everything that happened with R-Truth. Ron Killings now, like, I have him as a screenshot here. I feel like John Cena's run has helped R-Truth like crazy for his final run in his career. I think that is really something we should give credit. And the biggest problem I feel is that John Cena and this storyline doesn't have a lot of depth to it. And the biggest depth that they're like clinging on to is how the fans treated Cena through the years. And he sounds like a big crybaby. And I don't think he's supposed to feel like a regular bad guy heel though, Golden Star. If you look at John Cena's character, it's like kind of like a Spider-Man Marvel villain. It's a guy who feels like he's doing the right thing because it's what deserves to be done because of what was done to him, and he is doing the righteous thing in his eyes for what he feels is right. And it doesn't make him a pure bad guy like Seth Rollins has been. He's not filled with pure evil. He's just filled with greed, you know, with trying to be, he obsessed over being the champion for the last time. And then he is also trying to just right a wrong with the fans that have been bad to him all these years. I feel like R-Truth, for example, screwed him more. He's not going to do nothing about it. Yeah, that's just to put Truth over. Judgment Day can host a Judgment Day. That would have been awesome. Roman Reigns needs a 2007 type of reveal with his return. Roman Reigns doesn't need anything. Roman Reigns needs to get into some feuds and win some more belts. That's what he needs. He doesn't need anything though in reality. It's new even for him and everybody else. That's probably why all of us aren't adjusting how we should. I would say it's just because we didn't get what we wanted in terms of like what we expected. He's doing whatever. Triple H said it, that John Cena is taking the gimmick and running with it and doing what he wants to do with it, and he deserves that because he's put in the work and he's been around for as long as he's been. This is John Cena's vision for what he wants to do, along with Triple H and their, you know, team. So whether we like it or not, same thing with Mariah May's name, Blake Monroe. This is their decision. Who are we to tell them otherwise? We don't have to accept it. We don't have to like it all that much. But Triple H didn't say that the R-Truth release was a work. He said it was part of the show. He was very vague about it on purpose. All I do for 2K these days is make custom arenas because they're fun to make. Hey, Nothing wrong with that. How many hours have you put into the game, boss man? How many hours have you put into WWE 2k25? We're 6 likes away from 40. Six likes away from 40. Thank you guys for liking it up. Just gotta take it for a run and spin. See how things go. Pretty much. 175 hours. All right, let's do the math. 175 hours divided by 24 in a day. You've played it for over 7 days, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. How do they fix this John Cena situation? That's my last question to you guys before we wrap up the stream. In your opinion, how do they fix it? How do they do right by you? Turn him back babyface? More matches on Raw? But what is he going to do in the matches? All he's doing is like kicking people in the balls, hitting them with the title. Thank you, Jason. You just made another arena. What I did for these arenas is carried over arenas from 2K24. Nice. Roman Reigns beats him and John Cena turns face. Fix those loose ends with him and Rock. I don't know what's up with The Rock. Keep things how they're, let everything play out. Let Papa and Cena take us on a ride. That's what I'm saying. Lex, do you think R-Truth stuff was a work? Nah. I think R-Truth needed a new contract. They didn't agree. That was pretty well documented. The negotiations didn't go as R-Truth would have wanted. The fans reacted. WWE jumped on the opportunity, brought him back, made him happy, and everything was settled. Oh, you did AEW Double or Nothing? Nice. You play Universe Mode and create wrestlers? Hey, that's endless. Honestly, more segments. Been a genuinely bad guy with other wrestlers and I think that more segments would be good. Like if they would have recorded some stuff, would have been cool. Yeah, he said it's all part of the show. That's what I said. I mentioned that earlier, but that's very vague. It doesn't mean anything. It is all part of the shows. Negotiations happen, fallouts happen, makeup happens. Like it's all part of the business. Bring back the chain gang. People don't get Triple H saying that it's called media training answer. Yeah, it is a media training answer. 100%. That's all it was. This dude gave the most vague answer and people took it as like, oh my God, he said it's a work. You don't mind me asking me what happened to LWF? You haven't been caught up? I don't mind you asking at all. So I had some issues where I couldn't stream and make content in my office, and then I had issues with my AC, and it was just issue after issue after issue, and we had a lack of confirmations for when I was available, and it was just a whole combination of things that kind of fell apart. So I put it on pause, and I haven't scheduled the next show just yet because I don't know if I want to do it in a new channel or do it on Twitch, because on this channel, as much as I love doing LWF and I want to keep doing LWF, when I do LWF, it just doesn't hit the algorithm and people don't click in for like streams as often as they do for one like this, or the watch-alongs, or the videos that are related to WWE 2K. So it's been hurting the channel, and I'm trying to make sure that we don't bury the channel. So between things happening in real life outside of YouTube, plus the whole thing going on with YouTube and the channel, I wanted to just freshen up the content and see what I do with it. But it's cool. It's cool. It's been like only like 2 weeks. It hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long. How do I think Cena will turn back into a good guy? I think he's going to get beaten up so bad that it's going to knock some sense into him. In other words, y'all all part of the show. Everybody's part of the show. I'm stoked for Punk versus Cena. Me too, man. I like that they're doing that. I don't mind that they're doing it at Night of Champions. But I wish that these John Cena matches didn't feel like greatest hits. That's what I wanted to talk about with you guys when I mentioned Cena. I feel like these John Cena builds, like Randy Orton at Backlash and Randy Orton being in St. Louis and the Pulsar, we knew that was going to happen. R-Truth was kind of random, but I love what they ended up doing with him. So that was cool. R-Truth ended up working out. I feel like Ron Keeling's, right now, he looks like a wild man. I think he's going to be a face, though, for a little bit. I don't hate the John Cena character, but I don't necessarily like it all that much either. And I think it's mainly due to the fact that the only antagonist that he has is Cody Rhodes. And it feels like there's just not much going on there. So I'm just waiting to see how they go about everything else. And I kind of think Seth Rollins might be the one to try to cash in on him. Think about it. Seth Rollins is stable, and his whole vision is because he's trying to be the best, leader and save wrestling. And he's trying to act like he's that savior versus John Cena trying to be the killer. Cody Rhodes is not my favorite. I like him. Cena's trapped in the Cody vortex. Gato. That's exactly what I said in my video. I don't know if you caught that part of it. I didn't say vortex, but yeah. I said that he's suffering from the same thing Cody suffered waiting for Roman. I think we get Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight title. What? Was about to ask earlier, who do you think Rollins is going to cash in? You answered my question, though. I hope he cashes in on Cena, man. I don't want him to cash in on the world title. And while I'm not upset that Gunther, which I want to save that for the next stream video that I'm doing, because I'm trying to separate the conversations and the discussions so we could have a lot to talk about. But the next thing I want to tackle is I'm okay with Jey Uso dropping the belt. Should it have been Gunther? If you're going to do Gunther, why didn't he do it at Night of Champions? I didn't watch the AAA pay-per-view, man. I didn't. I'm going to give it a go, though. I promise. I know it's the first WWE event that they've done. I want to see it. I gotta watch it. I personally think Cena hasn't had the best matches since he turned heel. I liked his match with Randy. I liked the tag match. I think the CM Punk Cena match is going to be good. The reason why you haven't liked his matches and the reason why people are feeling underwhelmed by his matches is because Cena, as you see, is still very much an actor and Hollywood celebrity. So keep in mind, he needs to play it safe and not get injured. I think he won't really go deep into his arsenal till the last stretch of his appearances. I think right now we're just trying to get through these moments. Final boss versus last real champion, that would have been dope. The real savior is going to be Roman Reigns, you imagine? I have been a lifelong John Cena fan. Even when everyone was hating on him, he was always my favorite. Donnell, man, I gotta be honest with you. Cena was the annoying franchise. You had 354 hours of playing time on 2K25? Damn, Jason. I told my friend Gunther winning back the title made me want to stop watching WWE. I just wish that Jay would have dropped it to someone else. I wish Sammy would have turned heel and won. At this point, give the belt to Sammy. Do you think we see The Rock again at any point during the Cena run? I don't think they're going to have a match, no. But if you're talking about The Rock have some sort of involvement, never say never. Why not? Why not have Seth cash in at that point? I don't want Seth to cash in on the world title, man. Seth Rollins is talking about saving the industry. Why isn't he cashing in on John Cena? I'm glad they teased it on Raw. I love that they teased the cash in on Cena on Raw. I just wish Seth Rollins would have said something. But they're making us wait. Roman Reigns is the one true undisputed champion before Cena because Triple H awarded the championship to him. Yep. So my thing is this. Seth Rollins said that he aligned with Paul Heyman. He took out the cancer. I hate that term and the way that it's used, but that's literally what he said. He took out CM Punk, took out Roman Reigns and the part-time shit that he does, and that he was going to be the leader and that he is the best in the world. He is the savior. He's the one that's going to lead WWE into the future. That's what he said. And he wanted this group to help facilitate that. And he wanted to guide them. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, etc. He wants to be the one spearheading this new generation because he is always there and he is always all about the business. So why are you going to create that character in Seth Rollins and have, him cash in on Gunther? That wouldn't make sense. So that's why I think that Seth is going to cash in on Cena. I think Jay was either hurt and or needed a vacation. He needed a vacation for sure. For sure. I have a classic WWE Attitude shirt. Nice. Mr. Iguana. I gotta see that. Everybody loving him. Cena's also a favorite of mine. He has been for a long time. As a longtime Cena fan, I don't hate him. I don't hate his matches. He's just been more slower because of age, for sure. He admitted it. Cena said it. King of the Ring for the male or female? That's a good question. We'll end it with that one. Let's end it with that. Let me see the bracket. I'm gonna go to WWE to see the bracket. Hold on. I'm trying to see if they posted the bracket on their page. A lot of WWE NXT stuff. Hold on, I gotta get to Monday Night Raw. All right, I got it. Finally got the bracket. All right, so Sami Zayn advanced. I'm going to play the bracket game right now. Orton, Knight, Black, Hayes. I think it'll probably be either LA Knight or Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes for this one. Unless Cody Rhodes gets screwed over, I think it'll be Cody Rhodes winning this one for sure. Maybe Cody Rhodes gets screwed over. I don't know. Yeah, I think Cody Rhodes is getting screwed over. I don't think he's going to win that. I think that's too predictable. Well, LA Knight is not winning that either because he interfered in the match on Raw. Remember, he interfered on the match on Raw, so... No. I think it could be Randy Orton. Should be Aleister Black. So I think it'll be Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. For this one, which is funny because they could actually do Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for Night of Champions, but no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I doubt it. They're not. For this one, Damian Priest. Question mark could be R-Truth. I think R-Truth is going to advance. Either R-Truth or Rusev. Probably R-Truth. R-Truth versus Damian Priest. Maybe R-Truth advances. And then you got Sami Zayn versus R-Truth in the finals. Or you could do Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes in the finals. I think Sami Zayn is winning it all. If you ask me. I think Sami Zayn is going to take it all. What do you guys think? I think it's Sami Zayn. I think it's obvious. They've been doing a lot of like the hometown hero type vibes. I think it'll be Sami Zayn. Yeah, people do want Mr. Iguana in the tournament. He might be. He might be. Hayes could win the trophy eventually, but I don't know if he'll win this year. What up, Almighty? TNA Impact tomorrow, yep. Imagine Rusev Day. That'll be crazy. I personally haven't been too happy with WWE because I think they're making stupid decisions like releasing talented people. Yeah, a lot of talented people. Oscar will be cool. Yeah, Orton versus Rhodes. That might not be the right time for it, but it would be cool. Guys, what a fun stream. What a fun stream. I got my smile back because we did 3 consecutive streams. Saturday Money in the Bank, Monday Night Raw, and tonight. And the streams have all been awesome with everyone tuning in and chatting it up, discussing wrestling. Now, believe it or not, I thought this stream was going to be a little different And I thought that I was going to be playing a little bit of the Island Season 2, which I want to play eventually on stream. I'm tired of WWE games. We need an alternative. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Stephanie to win Queen of the Ring. Imagine they gave the last one to Lyra Valkyria, so why not? For the win, for the women's, I think it'll be Roxanne or Valkyria. I agree. Another thing worth mentioning, guys, is that in one of the videos that I did, I said getting burnt out is real. Feeling that fatigue is real. And I have felt it. I feel like WWE has been really stale. Not like the game itself, even though the game could feel stale sometimes. But the actual, like, company, like, the stories and the way that these PLEs are like back to back, and they're trying to get all this money, and yeah. WWE has put too much content. We need a rest. I take a break when I can. The content is stale, and it's oversaturated, if that makes any sense. It feels oversaturated. The game has too many game. The game WWE 2k25 has too many game modes. Too many game modes. Too much cash grab my faction content. VC currency garbage. And then the product on TV is just too many PLEs, too many specials. It's like they're trying to do. Triple H is trying to do the best he can, but we need to do a little more in terms of like stories. I genuinely think that there's nothing going in WWE right now. It's still, like you said, what up, Simplicity? Exactly. Next year, community creation is going to be DLC. I feel like they're not even doing it for the fans anymore. They're always doing it for the fans. Nobody gets into making games if it's not for the sake of someone finding joy in it and them enjoying what they're doing. Same for WWE and whatever other form of entertainment that you watch. The creators behind these products, yes, they need money because of the business side of things, but of course they have the fans in mind. The fans are at the center of it. TKO's trying to get all that money they spent. You're a creative guy, so you made Pat McAfee and AEW Fight Forever. Good luck. That creation suite is pretty limited. WWE needs Roman Reigns is a conclusion I came to. WWE is a machine. Triple H is Squidward. Both have bosses. I love money. Same. Simplicity, I agree. That I kept telling y'all though, man. Was I not here saying you don't know what you're asking for Roman to leave, for Roman to not be champ, for y'all don't know what you got till you miss it. And that happens to all of us. But I learned the hard way. I love Roman. I miss Roman. And I hate to say it, but you've seen some comments online. People are saying we miss Vince McMahon. Yeah, because TKO is out here abusing. TKO really out here abusing, bro. And everybody's just trying to put their right foot forward, trying to do a good job. Wrestlers now are happy because they do get some breaks. But, man, we miss that tribal chief. Not just the bloodline, but the Roman Reigns, like his aura is something I took for granted. Amazing. TKO knows nothing about wrestling. That's why they allow for the people at WWE to run the show. TKO is just the business side, but they allow for WWE to run WWE. somehow made extremely awesome stuff, even with the limited options. That's what it's all about. Vince booking was not all that, but at least it was consistent. Well, Vince had his inconsistencies, but what Vince did better at that point in time was not allow for WWE to charge. They were charging more money, but it varied. It fluctuated a lot. And they did start adding some PLEs and the 2-night events and shit. But at the end of the day, he tried keeping it what it was before he sold it, which didn't have as many specials as they do now. Tickets weren't as expensive as they were now. Merch wasn't as expensive as it is now. You know, it was a different setup. I'm glad you liked the setup, Jason. You know, the sponsors all over the ring, and it's a different mindset. And I'm not even bothered by that. I mentioned that during the Monday Night Raw watch along. Guys, so we're going to be doing Night of Champions. We're going to watch that in a watch party. I hope you guys are going to be there. I'm trying to think of what other watch parties we got, but we're going to be doing a lot more live reaction watch alongs, and I hope to see you guys there at those shows. We're also going to be doing the AEW stuff too. Some sponsors is just a big eyesore. It is. I miss the old announce tables. Smashing the sound is nostalgic. Everything is nostalgic nowadays. Logan Paul in every main event match. 8. Vince McMahon had Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. Chill. Logan Paul is a beast though. In WWE, he's had some crazy ass moments already in his young career. Which is crazy to think, right? So what's the next big show we got to look forward to? Night of Champions. We got Night of Champions, right? I'm humble. No. Yeah, that's his theme song. Oh, Evolution? No, but that's in July. So yeah, we have Night of Champions. We got the Evolution show, and we also got AEW All In. I don't know if I'll do a watch along for Saturday night's main event. I saw a piece of the last one. And then for like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, I'll do some watch alongs. As long as they're hype, but I don't want to do like every single show, because do you guys watch every single episode of Raw and SmackDown? No, Evolution 2 is on Sunday. Saturday night's main event and Great American Bash is on the same night. Jason watches every show. Jay says no. Yeah, I want to do watch-alongs, but I'm not trying to do every single show. I can't even front, man. Can't even front. It's hard to be faking that hype. You do other things as you watch? Yeah. I like locking in, so like it's hard for me to have wrestling in the background if I'm going to do live watch-alongs with you guys. I don't want to be doing you a disservice. I'm going to be playing on my Nintendo Switch too. Hey guys, I'm here watching Raw. Wink, wink. While playing Nintendo. Hit or miss with watching all of the SmackDown Raw. Yeah, exactly, bro. It's better to watch it after it went off air so you could skip stuff. WWE products are awesome. Yeah, some of them. So yeah, what I'll do for the live watch-alongs, I'll just schedule it in advance. And we'll do some like discussions and reviews. Because I'd rather do all the PLEs for sure and some random shows. Secretly playing Mario Kart. Oh yeah, Raw's been a great show. And you're like, bro, you're not even watching Raw. Kevin Owens, I don't know if he had surgery. I think he might have. Kevin Owens got really hurt, man. Yeah, so we're going to be doing Night of Champions 100%, man. Try to tune into the stream for that one so we can watch it together, have some fun, and we're going to keep doing 2K25 streams for sure. And as for LWF, I'll have an update for LWF real soon. I'm just like, I think we should do another channel for LWF. I don't know if LWF should be done here. I feel like it's a little rough. So let's see if tomorrow we do have another video drop or something. But I'll see you guys on the next one, man. This was I love knowing that I could come on, play 2K25, talk about all these things with you guys, and you're gonna come in and have some fun with your boy Lexx. That feels really, really good. So I appreciate you guys for showing up and having an awesome discussion tonight. And pretty much always, I gotta be real. So again, let me plug in the other YouTube channel. I've been playing some video games on the other YouTube channel. Follow it. Lex in the cut. We in the cut, man. We gonna be back. Let's go. Have a good night. Good morning. Let's go.